Hey, Carnivores, how are you guys doing?
Good morning.
Hello. Hello.
How was your guys' week?
I had a good week, been busy working and yeah, we excelled well. Did really well at the flower shop with for Valentine's Day. I'm finally getting over that. All the aches and pains are finally gone and back on track again. So yeah, all good. Been a good week. How about you,
Good.
Michael?
Been dealing with a toothache for 2.5, 3 weeks now and dealing with my anxiety and shit. It's just
I
like,
don't know if this will help you, but I saw in several, let's call them expert YouTube videos where they tie a string onto a tooth and a doorknob.
No,
hey,
that sounds awful.
I'd like to. Believe me. It it's got a lot of movement to it and it could come out.
Yeah,
I've thought about it, believe me.
yeah.
I got a 20-pound kettlebell over there that I'll just tie it to and just drop it on the floor.
Drop it.
Uh, Gosh,
Uh,
when I had my fall, I knocked the 4 bottom lower teeth, and they were so wobbly. Like I thought I could literally just pull one out because it was so wobbly. When I finally got to go to the dentist, it was he said, "Look, they've got to come out. There's no way we can save them." So he had to pull them out, and it's amazing how much he struggled to still pull it
Oh,
out,
I know.
even though it was so wobbly.
Loose. Yep.
And like I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god!" And that was the easy one. He still had 3 more to cut to come out. Yeah, not nice at all. But yeah, it was so loose.
wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Beth, you're scaring me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at it snowed here on Friday, and today it's 60 degrees outside. Messed up weather.
For sure. I mean, it's
Oh,
so
'cause it's your
so
winter
crazy.
now, isn't it?
It
Supposed to
Yeah,
be
is.
true.
70 this week. We're supposed to hit 70 on Tuesday here.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Let's see.
Well, I'm cold here and it's our summer. We've got it's overcast, it's miserable out there. Like, where's the sun?
Let's see. We got some YouTubers now. Shout out to John, Big Man Alaska. Definitely go check him out. He's
Yeah.
got awesome content, and DC's in here. Definitely go
Hey,
check him out.
DC.
And let's see here. Oh, there's Carnivore Boss. Check out Carnivore Boss. I believe he's got a channel. And
Hey.
Keith, he should have a channel. He's gonna have a channel real soon because he's got all the stuff. He's got all the stuff cooking. that let's see. Yeah, Keith. So this reminded me of something funny because we kind of joke and laugh about it, but like I don't know about you guys, but I'll YouTube just about anything and feel like a teacher. I was laughing when we were working in North Dakota. A friend of mine, Ben, he was working for us. Ben's listening. Ben fell off a ladder and he dislocated his shoulder on the job site. And so there I was, Ben sitting there, and he's like rolling around, and I'm YouTubing how to put his shoulder back in, and I'm about
Wait,
to
sir.
set it.
Ah,
He's like, you don't have my shoulder just because you watch YouTube video. What I was trying to do, because I watched my brother John and other people at the rodeos ride bulls, and when you dislocate something really fast, the longer you wait, the way harder and more painful it is to put it in. So my thought was if I found a video fast enough, I could just pop it back in for him. And he should have let me do it because then he went to the hospital and it wasn't any easier because it took a
No.
long time. But I was laughing.
yeah.
It's
Looks very painful. I see it on movies and yeah, the screams afterwards. No, thank
well,
you.
what was funny was Ben was in pain. He's like, I'm like, Ben, I can do this. And he's like, you're not doing it. Give me the hospital. I'm like, suck it up. And I got this. Like, you can watch video. You're not a doctor. Like, stop your one. That's some bitch back in.
Hi,
Uh,
Mama Cracker.
hey,
How
Mama.
are you?
Let's see. I was laughing so hard that just reminded me of that. Like, heck yeah. Well, Michael's over here. He's about to cap his own tooth.
He's feeling better today. So
That's good. That is good. Oh, May is in the house. She's got a YouTube channel.
Hi, Maya.
Got
Yeah.
her.
You've got some news there, Todd. You've got a little setup happening in the corner of your house. You
Oh, I
sent
do.
me-
Wonder if
Yeah.
I should show that. I am working on. Yeah, I got to move this. I'm trying to have a presentable place to butcher meat, make sausage, and then make videos for you crazy people that want to see me make a steak. Let's
I want
see.
the chili recipe. I'm hanging out for a chili recipe. Cooking.
It's coming soon. So I got my
Mm.
steel tables in. So let's see. There we go. I got steel tables in. So some cooking videos coming soon. They're not going to be very mind blowing, but to see what I'm doing at least. So there's that for anybody that was looking.
Can't wait. Should be good.
Oh, I know
So
what I should
start
show you.
cooking channel.
Look what I got. Bam.
What's that? I can't read it. Sorry.
smelling salt, right?
These are the smelling salts.
Ah.
I thought I've never tried these yet. Oh, what better time to try my first smelling salts than on a live?
I hope it doesn't give like a pepper effect or something and you start sneezing and
Oh, no, it's going to be far worse than that. From here's what I can tell. It says on the bag. It says actually ridiculous. World's strongest smelling salts.
Ah.
Most sophisticated formula. Super powerful. Crazy like hot sauce. High quality. Ammonia stuffed compounds. Let's see. Radical reaction.
So
Let's see.
so
And
today we all get to see Todd cry.
you might. And then it says on here,
My eyes
sa-
are can water. Yeah.
these people they seem to know who their market was because the very first warning on here says, "Do not stick under the nose of other people." Like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys knew I bought it.
I'm glad I'm in Australia. You can't reach over here. I don't
It
want
says,
any.
"Do not sniff. Do not sniff with it. Sniff it directly. Waft 12 inches away from your nose. Do used immediately before intense external workouts. Do warm. Do warm to room temperature. It says do not use more than 2 times a day. It also says the contents are under pressure. Open slowly and carefully away from the face. Read all precautions before opening bottle and removing label. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you guys want to see. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. If you guys want to see me, I and possibly not be able to talk to you for the rest of the real
Yeah.
possibility.
I'm happy for you to give it a skip. I'm not real keen on them myself.
Oh, there we go. Next time, mom was 7
Oh,
from Denmark here. There you go.
oh wow, large family, beautiful.
That is awesome.
Your
My
own
brother's got
football
7
team.
kids. Yep, my
Hmm.
brother's got 7 kids. Actually, that's a good number,
Do you need a minivan for that?
right?
There you go.
I pulled my top eye teeth when they're loosened with a sinus MRSA eye infection.
I
Okay.
got you for sure. Okay, well, it's coming. It's forthcoming. I just about got everything put together.
Yay.
There you go, man. Yep,
No worries.
for sure. That's a good channel.
Oh, Have you seen the beaded butchers? I haven't.
I'll have to check that out. I definitely will check them out. I haven't heard of those guys. And John, I still looking. I have a little bit of OCD, John.
Yeah. But the amazing thing, he's done it all himself as well. So you've come such a long way from being in a recliner, and now you're actually building a kitchen.
That's actually a good point I didn't think of, because if I pull this up, right where that refrigerator is where my chair sat in that picture of me in the green shirt that I was stuck into for 2 years in front of that window right there. The embarrassing fly trap was hanging down right about here. Picture that I didn't care for. And yeah, my recliner sat right here at this window, and that was strategically placed so that I could reach through this window and receive my DoorDash.
Yep.
Wow. Come a long way, Todd.
For
That is
sure.
awesome.
And now
Yeah.
we got a cooking room, So
Yeah. Yeah.
Carnivore works, people. And there is my little treadmill that used to skip when I used to try to walk on it, because that was my exercise, right? I'd try to get out of the chair. Whoops. Sorry, I'd try to get out of the chair that was right here, go to this treadmill, and then I'd get on it, and I was too wide to put both my feet on the tread. And then when I finally lost enough weight, then it just skipped. Went, tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick.
Mine did that too. And so I'm trying to exercise, but I'm too heavy for the machine. It just didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess
Yeah.
this would be, maybe I'll pop this up. So for people that are always asking, this would be a good introduction. Let me go over, slide over. So this one right here, can you guys see my mouse very good?
Yes.
That one is the Ninja, I think it's the Ninja Speedy. Well, I think it's the Ninja Speedy, and it's the same one Bill Knox uses in his one. But this one right here is the one that I use the most. This is pretty much my favorite air fryer, and it's because it's I think it's called the Ninja 6-in-1 XL. And it's actually I think they're on sale now. Pretty much they can get them all day long for like $160. And that's it's just been I literally think I've cooked over 1,000 steaks on that thing since I've had it. That thing is just a workhorse. It never dies, and it's just the best buy. And it just, those steaks that I sent you guys pictures of today, that's what I cooked it on, was that guy.
They
And
look
then this,
delicious.
oh, they're so good. They're so tasty.
I can imagine.
And then this is my induction burner, and I use these cast iron skillets and this big mamma jamma up here on there. And then this is a stainless steel. This is a 15-inch cast iron. That's a 12-inch stainless steel. And then these are two 12-inch, a 10-inch, and an 8-inch cast iron that I use on there. That chili picture that you saw I made in this 15-inch electric skillet there. This is my sous vide machine right here, which you can see.
Quite small, isn't it?
Well, that's just because it's only for that, but this comes out right here, and you can put it in any container. So you can put it in a container that's 10 times this big, and it just takes longer to get to temperature, but then it'll hold it there and you're fine.
Yeah.
So this will hold about 4 steaks at once. And
Okay.
and so that's where I leave this container, but then this right here just unscrews from the container.
Right.
And then you can take the whole thing out, and you can clip it on the side of any container you want. So it can be literally like a 30-gallon container you can clip it to. It'll circulate. It might take 3 hours to get the temperature, but once it's there, it'll hold it there and it'll sous vide. And then this butcher block, that's the knives I got the other day, which I really like. And so, yeah, we'll start making that. That's the Ninja. Up here's the Ninja Creamy that I'm always talking about. It makes ice cream out of anything. And so that one's pretty handy. And that's that vacuum cleaner that I talk about, or vacuum sealer I talk about, that I package all the steaks with. So, and now we got this nice stainless for chopping.
Yeah, you'll have to do a video on sealing your meat as well with a vacuum sealer, because I've never actually seen that being done.
Okay,
Be
definitely will.
interested. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
definitely will. A little walkthrough, and then, yeah, I think I'm actually gonna take this picture off the wall and put upper cabinets across here, so I got places to put stuff, because it's actually a little bit. There's already some holes in the walls from all the stuff Mom had mounted up there, so the walls gotta be mudded anyhow. And I feel like putting some shelves or something up there to hold some more stuff. But yeah, we're getting there. And I like it's been much better because those I had these fold out black plastic tables in here that I was cutting it on, but man, when those things would get bloody and greasy, it was a nightmare to get it out of that plastic. That plastic would just suck it up like a sponge.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be
Yeah,
easier to clean. It's
yeah,
nice.
for sure. So it's a
That's
good
good.
start. So, but that's how that's going. Oh, I'm making myself go crazy because I was on the
Well,
wrong screen.
what you need to do is make a little drive-through, and people can come through and pick up their orders.
There we should. If you're my first customer, Michael, I will make you steak and you come to the window. I'll put on one of those Burger Bob hats.
There you go. Yep.
Looks good. Well done.
Sure. Let's see. Who am I missing here? Well, thank you, DC. I do need I do need to know how to use this because I've never used them. I'd hate for smoke to start coming out my ears. So I definitely will. It says this is the one that Joe Rogan keeps having on his podcast. That's why I bought it. It's because it's supposed to be the strongest smelling salts that are out there. So I definitely
Oh,
will.
so we blame Joe Rogan if anything happens to you.
Exactly. I figure if it's good enough for him to do and get a reaction out of on his show, well, then we'll let him be a trendsetter. uh, let's see here.
Todd, can you take a video of your first smelling salts experience?
Oh, we're about to right now. Actually, here shortly, you're going to see it live.
Oh, we're going to watch it live. Maybe towards the end of the show because I need you.
Yeah, toward the end of the show because I don't want to.
Case he passes out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going to leave Michael and I in the lurch.
exactly. Kimberly doesn't care. She's willing to risk it. She's saying go for it. uh, uh, oh, yep. Yeah, for sure. But I do think, I wasn't ready to start a channel when I was first trying either because I needed to focus on myself. And I think that's what May is doing right now for a little bit too. But
Yeah, you don't
definitely
need the
got to,
distractions of,
yeah,
people and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, good job. When you're ready, you can do it.
for sure. Yep. Bearded Butchers are awesome. I am going to check those guys out. I haven't heard of them, but
Mm.
they sound right up my.
They have to compete with some of their cooking. Sound like they do a bit of cooking or something, do they?
That'd be fun. I'd love to learn
Yeah.
from. Oh, thank you
Yeah.
very much. I appreciate it. Let's see.
Wow, we're gonna have to check them out.
I think we're definitely gonna have to go subscribe. Maybe we can get them on the channel. Talk a little carnivore with them.
You can pop a link in the chat for us all too. We can
That's what
grab it.
I'm doing now.
Carnivore
Yay.
Keith, Carnivore Keith just subbed you. That's awesome. Yeah, everybody knows. Apparently, we're the only ones.
2.75 million subscribers they got. So
Oh,
I don't
where have
think we'll
we
be getting them.
been?
I don't think we'll be getting them on the channel anytime soon.
Oh, we've been in hiding, I think. Well,
Oh, here we
definitely check
go.
them out.
Marvin, wow, he's a veteran carnivore. 4 years,
4
congratulations.
years. Fantastic.
That's awesome. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
carnivore for life. I think so. I'm just doing so good. I'm 2 years
I
now.
think when they have 2 million viewers, we should be big a guest on their show.
Oh, we're very little, aren't we? But all good things come in small packages.
For sure. We're getting there. Yeah, we just made Keith hungry, guaranteed.
Yeah, well, Keith's fasting, that's why. And so's Michael. So
You poor guys. How funny is it that I haven't sent a meat picture in forever to you, Michael, and then I
Yeah.
picked today?
I know. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like my
He asked me how I'm
Yeah.
doing, and I say, oh, I'm doing okay. I started my fast yesterday, and then he sends me a picture. You know,
It did look good, didn't it?
yeah.
oh man.
But he's eating baby hippos.
Oh, it does look like a hippo.
It does.
I didn't see that before. That does look like a hippo.
Especially when you look at it this way. Looks like a little baby
Yeah.
hippo. Yep.
It does look like a baby hippo. It looks like I shot it and it died on my cutting board.
But yeah, trying to fast over here, be good, and this is the stuff that he shows me.
What? I'm just giving you some incentive of what you can eat when you're done.
Yeah.
The next question is, do you deliver?
Then I tell him, I say, hey, scroll back and look at all the pictures that I sent you as steaks when you were fasting. And I said, oh, that's right, you won't see any because I'm not mean.
He did put my baby picture online though for the world to see.
I put mine up there too, and
I
I
know,
was
but
naked
I
in
look like a
bathrobe.
fat cherub and you look like a normal kid from Earth. There's a difference. I'm embarrassing.
Hi, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
And we missed the Valentine cherub. We were looking forward to that one.
For sure.
But you are, yeah. I think Todd
Joe
looked cool
Rogan.
dressed up as a nonna for Mother's Day.
Joe Rogan can
In the
afford the stem cell treatment to repair the nose burns, basically. Oh, well, maybe I can make him feel bad. Exactly. There we go.
Question from Kimberly. Question for the electrician Todd, not the carnivore Todd today. I'm replacing a light fixture in the ceiling. Is it enough to just turn the light switch off, or do you have to cut power? Oh, good question.
I would cut power.
Cut the power. Always
Yeah.
cut the power.
Because especially
Never
I don't know
know
how old your light fixture is. And back in the
and
day,
who
they
wired it.
they like to switch neutrals back in the day, and you don't know if they're doing a switch loop. Yeah, just shut the power off.
Always.
Get a meter. You can use induction testers, but they lie to you sometimes. It's better to get a real voltmeter, put it across the actual conductors you're going to be working on. Yep. Let's see here.
And now you're going to get a bill in the mail.
Exactly. You're gonna get. You asked for. See, Carnivore Todd would have just told you, but you asked for electrician Todd. That's where you done messed up.
Yep. Ask for a Carnivore Todd. He'll tell you. Electrician Todd charges you.
That guy's a jerk.
Yes.
I recently started working again. I've been bringing frozen cooked meat and microwaving it. But today I bought a frozen ribeye and lamb, and I bought my air fryer. Best work lunch ever.
Oh.
Gee, that's all right. Yeah.
I bet that'd be awesome. You know, it'd be interesting
Yeah.
too. I don't know if you have the ability, but I was thinking about this too for my own like meal prep, Missy. If you did a sous vide and you vacuum seal and sous vide, you could sous vide it way ahead of time. And then when you took it there, you could it would be like super quick because you could do it in just a couple minutes because you're basically just warming it up, putting a sear on it, and then it would be and you could do that with a lot of things. Like I see people doing that with brisket, with steak, with, stewed, meat, like, roast beef, all sorts of stuff. It's pretty interesting. Lamb, all sorts of stuff. Let's see
Sounds
here.
good.
Whoa.
Hey, Lindy, has your daughter finished the second month carnivore? I think this is week 6 for her. So she's doing so well, really, really, really strict, staying on plan. Her blood glucose levels are just so, so good. Still a little bit of work, but so much better than what they were. Her eyes, still, she has her good days and her bad days. And I just think there's still a lot of blood in her eyes, and that moves around a lot. But when it does move, some days she can read without any help, and then other days everything's very fuzzy. So to me, that's a good sign because she's having good days. So I'm very confident that she's going to pull through and get some normality back. But this is time, and she's doing everything she can now to make sure that she gets the best results. So I'm really proud of her. Thanks for asking.
Awesome.
It's awesome. DC, this totally depends on how well the smelling salts work. Let's see. Yeah, see, Beth knew. Beth knew where I was going with that.
Yeah, that's why we're waiting to the end of the show. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, very, very happy. So but she still needs her mum. I was still doing the flower market every week with her. And I think even if she does improve and gets well, she said she'd still like me to go keep her company because we just have a good time. We have a bit of a laugh. And so I'm enjoying the quality time with her.
Good.
I didn't realize if I come in on a different channel, I can other people I know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to. I think we've all got different subscribers. So, yeah.
Oh, totally. Yep. Oh, he's got a question.
Have any of you reintroduced another carnivore-ish food? I tried cream again and the body was not happy. I
Yeah.
tried pork belly and I was sick. Yeah, pork belly doesn't work well for me. And I did have chicken wings the other day and yeah, they're not very good for me either. So back to my beef.
Yeah, cheese. I went back to cheese and I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. And then just because I retain fluid, it makes it dairy makes me inflamed. And so that was that. I knew it was a stalling food before, but now I know it's a inflammation causing food for sure. And then I tried shrimp and butter. My butt does not like shrimp and butter. That shot through me
Oh,
Taco Bell back.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's not for me. I got shrimp burps. So those are the only two though. Um I have
Uh,
I do eat hot sauce and stuff right now, and that doesn't, just Tabasco, but it's not bothering me at all. How about you, Michael?
Mm,
I'm staying away from dairy. I'm trying not to have it.
yeah.
I noticed that when I was taking it, then since I done the fast and all that stuff, I just felt better when I stopped taking all the dairy products. No more milk, no more sour cream or anything like that. Cheese. Sticking them with
Yeah.
meat.
Every now and then I think, "Oh, I wanna try a bit of sour cream," and I know I can't moderate
It's
it.
good,
I'd
but
get into trouble. Yeah, so it's
I,
not worth it for me. Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen to me when I come off a line and try to go back and have bacon again. I already wasn't the biggest fan of bacon of how it made me feel. I love the taste, don't get me wrong. I love how bacon tastes, especially bacon omelets. Ooh, man, those are good. But
good.
I wasn't feeling the greatest, and I know that when I really want to know if something doesn't agree with me, I have to take it away and stay away from it for a month or two, and then go back to it.
See what happens. Huh?
Yeah, and
mm,
then I know right quick bad idea. So I'm kind of nervous to see what happens when I'm done with my 90 days of lying, which I've only got another 35 days left. And when I try that, if I'm even going to be able to do bacon anymore. The only thing I've missed
yeah,
online, which I've been surprised about, is
Eggs.
eggs. Yep.
yeah. I only eat bacon if we go out. We usually go out for breakfast as a family or with friends or whatever, and I do bacon and eggs because it's simple. And like, how can they go wrong with that? Well, they do, but anyway. I don't feel it. I'm sustained. Like I come away and I'm still hungry within the next hour. I'm craving food again. So it's not filling for me.
Yep. Oh boy, you're going to give me a big head, John.
I have given a confession that Todd was right last week. Cutting out cheese and avoiding fruit really helped me lose weight. Excellent.
That's awesome. And I think some of it is from that, but I think some of it's just changing it up too. I think you like our body gets real comfortable where with the things that we were doing for a while, and then it kind
Yeah.
of gets stubborn, and so we got to do something kind of strict for a while to shake it up, you know?
Yeah. And even just with straight carnivore, you need to shake things up as well. Yeah, eat changing the time of the day that you eat, maybe the number of meals, bit of fasting. You always have to keep tricking your body and changing things up.
Priming. Yep.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to have butter on the lion diet. So
Salt, water, and red
ruminant
meat,
animals, yeah, ruminant animals. So
fatty.
lamb, yeah, been and I'm kind of doing a real strict or not strict but streamlined version of lion. It's ribeye.
Yeah. I can't do line because there's not enough fat for me, and I just find the meat's too dry. Although Scotch fillet, there's quite a bit of fat in that. I'm enjoying that at the moment, but I do like a couple of raw egg yolks on my butter. I came offline after hitting my goal weight, added bacon and started eating more, gained 7 or 8 pounds in 3 weeks and don't like the feeling. Going back to OMAD line tomorrow. It's a good
Yeah,
experiment, isn't it?
that
Yes.
is. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I wonder, yeah, I think we're all different. Like I've learned to not get too because the real question, Adam, is how much weight did you lose on lion, right? Because you said you gained back 7 to 8 pounds. But if you
Could be
lost them,
fluid. Could
yeah,
just be fluid from having all the bacon, the sodium.
yeah, it could be sodium. It could be a lot of things like that. Exactly like Michael said. But what I find is that when I do something real strict and I get something to work really well, I just went through that because I lost 37.6 pounds on a 5-day fast. And then I went online, was fasting half the time and got rid of salt. And I think I actually tweaked out freaked out my body and has decided to put the brakes on. I actually started gaining weight. And I'm like, how is this possible? And it wasn't until I stopped fasting and just let myself eat, kind of Coach Raymond calls it being in the wild. And I just let myself eat that I started losing weight again. And it was just because I'd done a 5-day fast and then I cut like everything out but meat, but ribeye and went straight to lion. And then I was still fast half the time. My body was kind of freaking out.
He lost 190 pounds in 17 months. Congrats, man.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
man.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you might find, because I bet when you go to Lion, you'll find that 8 pounds, I bet that 8 pounds almost comes off you in a week, to be honest with you.
I think it's just fluid from bacon.
Very
I
well
don't know how
much.
much bacon he ate.
Yeah. And especially with the nitrates and stuff.
Carnivore Boss, which cuts of meat do you all prefer?
Boy, my favorite cut of meat is a really good, thick porterhouse, actually. But my second favorite cut of meat is a ribeye for sure. And then my third, well, gosh, I forgot the old tomahawk. So, all right, I'm gonna put tomahawk at one, real thick porterhouse at number two, then a ribeye, and I know we're splitting hairs here between tomahawk that at like number three and New York at number four, and then number five is actually eye around or chuck eye steak. That's actually my number five, but they're hard to. There's not very many of them, and hard to get a hold of sometimes. A thick one. What do you guys like?
Mm. I'm enjoying my Scotch fillet at the moment. I kind of have a porterhouse aversion because I ate that for 2 years every day, and now I can't even look at it. And I just find the Scotch fillet is much fattier, and I'm enjoying that. But I saw a lady doing ground beef in a slow cooker. No, just add a heap of water and some salt and let that cook for a couple of hours on high. And geez, I'm actually getting food down now, and that I lost 2 kilos overnight just having 2 big bowls of that stuff. And I was so happy because I've been struggling to keep my food down with my bit of restriction, and if I get stressed, everything kind of tightens up. but I make it really soupy, and that's become my new favorite. So I've got the slow cooker going at the moment. And I'll
That
be
looks
having a
really
big
good.
bowl of that tonight. Yeah. So looking forward to that. And it's nice and cheap. That'll feed me for 2 days, 2, 3 days, just eating ground beef. And I keep the slow cooker on all day. I'll just go and grab a spoon in my plate. This is a lot of broth left over. I just pour it in a mug and drink it. It's no wastage at all, and it lasts a long time, budget friendly. So I'm definitely a cheap date right now.
What cuts you like, Michael?
It's hard to beat a good ribeye, but I don't have a lot of those, so I'll stick with chuck. Chuck roast. I like those. I like them in the slow cooker and the sous vide, and then I'm happy with just ground beef.
Yeah. Well, you saw the ground beef bacon mixtures I was making
Yeah,
a while back. Those are pretty hard to beat
those are
too.
really good. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yum. Yeah, brisket's lovely in the slow cooker too, and a roast lamb shoulder in the slow cooker. Oh, so
So
good.
this is the worst show
Oh,
to come on when you're doing a fast.
sorry, Michael.
No, it's everybody's talking about all this food, but no, it's fine. Now, if I could smell it, that'd be a different story.
Yeah. Hi, sunny
Howdy.
California. Can you send some sunshine over here?
I was gonna tell you, your weather's drunken in my front yard right now. Tell it to go home.
Oh, miss
Montana is
it.
supposed to be cold and it's a sunny summer day. You better tell your weather it's drunken in my front yard right now. It's wandered off on you. Uh,
I did a brisket cut last week, Sandra. Yeah, it's amazing.
let's see.
Be interested to see how it goes in the sous vide. You'll have to do a recipe on that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Got all these requests. We're gonna have to write a Google list for you so you can tick them off.
Oh, we can. They'll come off. Oh, I mean, what a shame! I'm gonna have to make all this delicious food. You know, for the good of the community.
What a shame. Speaking of bacon, I had bacon for breakfast. I like it over pork bacon, and so does my body. Cooking it longer on low medium heat helps most of the fat on the keep most of the fat on the strips.
I still have
Beef
yet to try
bacon.
beef bacon. Still have
Yeah,
yet
I
to try
haven't
it.
tried it. Everyone keeps saying that, but I haven't been able to find it.
I don't even know if my place has it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Look forward to it. Yeah, keep us updated.
Absolutely. All right.
How much fat do you all eat in a day?
Not enough. I know that for a fact.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it would be. So I right now I'm just eating ribeye, and I just eat it to taste. You know, the fat part to taste. And some days it tastes wonderful and like I want it, and some days it is a little bit off-putting on it, and that's just how I kind of judge if I need fat that day. But I do get the full untrimmed rib roasts from Costco, and then I cut them into steaks myself, and they have a lot of fat on them. And I'm trying to think in ounces. See that, but I just don't know. I was thinking about this morning because that Ninja Grill, I was cleaning out the drip tray, right? And I mean, I must have pulled out 2 pounds of fat out of that drip tray, and that was
Yeah.
only 4 days worth of steak or something, that had
Right.
dripped down in there. So I wonder how much fat I
You're
get.
actually getting all right.
Yeah, because a bunch of it's going down the drip tray. But what
Yeah.
I do know is when I eat the untrimmed ribeyes and I put down the fat, it appears to be enough. And I know that's not a very good answer for what you're looking for, but when you eat to taste, if you keep if the fat keeps tasting good, then I think you need it. If it makes you go, "Ugh," then
Right.
you're
You had
probably
enough. Yep.
satiated. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's why keto didn't work for me because I couldn't work out how much on a piece of steak, how much is fat and how much is protein. Like I can't work out macros. So I just pull a steak out, eat it, and that's it for
Oh,
me. So I don't have to calculate anything.
yeah.
Sometimes I just feel like I want a bit of butter or some raw egg yolks, and other days I just want steak. And I think it's just my body's way of saying you need more fat or you don't need it. So if I crave a bit of butter or eggs, I'll have it. And the days that I don't, I just don't. So yeah.
Correct the record, Sandra. So we have T-bones too. And while you're correct that it's the same portion of meat, it's the size that's different. And so it's the thickness, I believe, to be a porterhouse that has to be over an inch and a quarter. And also the fillet on it has to be a certain size. I forget what it is, but there's a certain size minimum it has to be qualified as a porterhouse. The smaller ones are T-bones. That's why I'm very precise about saying porterhouse because I feel like a fat inch and a quarter to inch and a half T-bone because you get the New York on the one side and you get the fillet on the other side, and with the bone actually on the fillet, then it just tastes better to me, I think.
So how many grams would a normal steak be for you? Because ours are around 250 grams for
For
one
grams,
steak.
let me pull it up because I have to transfer ounces to grams. So ounces to grams.
So yeah, what's 250 to 300 grams is one steak for us.
His are
Okay.
probably about like
'Cause
850.
yeah, they're huge. I like our
Well,
steaks are tiny, so
let's
30
see.
ounces, 850 grams.
Yeah. Yeah. About 800 to 850 grams. Yeah. And I eat two at a time.
yeah, that'll feed me for a week.
I am a growing boy. uh, Tri-tips are good for sure too. There we go.
Ah, Lindy, looks like your hair has grown in such a short time. Looking gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just waiting for it to thicken up again now. But it's stopped falling out, so I'm happy. And I think that's since I increased the fat and primed. Yeah, it's stopped falling out. So fingers crossed. Hi, Annabella.
Very nice to see you.
Yeah, she's another Aussie. What's the difference between ribeye and a tomahawk?
Well, it's not much. It's again, it's a tomahawk is a thicker cut of ribeye, but it also has a ridiculous bone still on it.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's but bone-in ribeyes in general taste better. I honestly believe that there's something about the marrow that comes out of the bone and is in the ribeye that just makes them taste better. But then a tomahawk, particularly, usually it's because I get a lot of choice grade ribeye steaks when I buy them. When you get a tomahawk, it's always a prime grade tomahawk, and it's always super thick. You know, it's an expensive steak. It's like $90 for a good tomahawk, but they're like 3 pounds, and you're just talking my language. Those are perfect.
I think
Yeah,
Miss is in Texas, right? So maybe we should get Todd to cook us a tomahawk and a ribeye, and then we can
yeah,
both try it and see which is our favorite.
we should.
That'll be cool.
And
Yeah.
when we're in Texas, we definitely got to get the dino ribs because it's hard to find dino ribs any place other than Texas.
Yeah. Don't know what they are, so looking forward to that.
Dino ribs.
I'm a gastric bypass survivor, and yeah, you have to have moisture meats. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of restricted us, hasn't it? It's made our carnivore journey. It takes a little bit more work.
Cool.
What type of fast are you doing, Michael?
Just doing a water fast. I'm going to try to finish out the month doing the fast and then see. But I'm going to do it just, day to day. Let's see.
Real question is, do you want me to keep texting you?
The pictures don't bother me.
I know.
It's now if I could smell them, like I said, then it would be a different story.
Be some real trouble. Let's see here. What do we got? I feel like I'm falling behind. Just cooked a spawn. Go down. Ooh, I might have to check that video out. That sounds good.
Did we just drop out then? Because I got a weird
No.
message.
Yeah, I saw it too, but
Okay.
I checked. We're still good.
We're still live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sorry,
weird.
guys.
We've been
First time I've
having
ever seen
technical
that.
issues.
I
Yeah,
told you.
StreamYard's been playing up.
Yeah, StreamYard needs its eat more fat or something. It's
Needs to reboot their servers. Huh?
Yeah.
sorry.
Bearded Butchers have a video to make your own beef bacon and sell what's all the
Requirements.
requirements.
Exactly, Keith. That's a fact. Let's see.
But growing muscle, growing healthy.
What did I miss here? Have any? What did I miss?
No idea.
You have to remind us, Sandra. Beef ribs.
I
Yeah,
love
that
oxtails and beef ribs the most. I'm really a steak person. Yeah, I've tried oxtail once and it was very nice. I did mine in the slow cooker. How do you cook yours, Todd?
I do the same thing. I braise. I like to braise them in a pan, actually, like a cast iron pan, and then braise them. What I used to like to do before Carnivore was braise them in red wine. Was my favorite. Ooh, red wine oxtails. Oh my gosh, those are so good with
Yeah.
shallots.
Do you do oxtail, Michael?
I haven't in a long time, but it's good stuff.
Mm.
You ever have it?
Yeah, I did mine in the slow cooker and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
She's trying to eat.
Okay.
Sandra's trying to eat people again. Or Sarah, I mean.
Bone-in ribeyes taste so great when you're stranded in a mountain after a plane crash. I bought my soul.
Yeah. So I have made jerky, and in that same well, in this
In
yeah, this
Ninja,
right
yeah.
here. Yep.
Yep.
That thing right there. I made rib eye jerky, which was very tasty. But for the reasons that I bought these tables as well is because I'm going to be I'm ordering a meat grinder, and I'm going to be making beef sticks and jerky here shortly. So
I
that's
made
one of the reasons.
some jerky in the Ninja as well about 2 weeks ago. It was awesome.
Right.
Had thin sliced ribeye steaks, and I threw a couple on there, and I did it for like 4 hours. Ah,
Super tasty.
fantastic! Yeah,
Really good.
I cut them all up after they're dried, and I put them in a bag, and the bag was empty. And
You got that same Ninja, didn't you, Michael? Yeah.
and I'm so glad it's got the dehydrator on it. It's awesome.
Isn't it a great for that money and for as long as it's lasted? That's like the greatest freaking cooker I've ever had.
Yeah,
I like
haven't
Ninja
tried.
products. I really do.
Yeah. I haven't
Making
tried
stuff.
making jerky. I made the ground beef jerky and I had a dehydrator and that was nice, but I don't like snacking. So I kind of, if I didn't eat it for a meal, then it was there and yeah. I
Well,
decided
my jerky kind of turned into a meal. So
that works then.
Absolutely. Did you? Does your Ninja look about like that, Lindy?
It does have the 6 options, dehydrator. I grill, I don't air fry because the grill is quicker.
Yeah.
So I use the grill mode, but it does have the 6 options. But I think mine's a lot older than yours. Yours looks like the newer model.
I have not, Sandra, because Thor's hammer wastes so much meat to make that shape. It breaks my heart. It's like they have to cut so much off to trim it to that Thor's hammer. It's like, where's the rest of the meat? Why did you could have made it look like a Thor's ink blot or something?
Never seen it. What is it?
Yeah,
You
no, I
just
don't know.
It's
cut meat?
they cut it on a bone so it looks like a hammer, and they shape the meat, the head around so it looks like a giant wood mallet kind of out of meat. But they
Actually, I got Thor's mallet, as a stuffed one. That's what I thought you was talking about. I didn't know they did it with meat.
Ah,
yeah, for
okay.
sure.
So they make it look like a club more than just a
Yeah.
steak?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they waste a lot of meat, and it's like, oh, why give me the rest of the
And
meat?
you're probably paying a lot of money for it too.
You pay more money for them to cut off a lot of the product. So
Give me the meat.
yeah, I'll take the meat rather than the gimmick. So Thor's hammer is kind of a gimmick food, but the tomahawks, those, I mean, they're kind of a gimmick food that they're charging you for the bone.
Bone.
But
Yeah.
Get the ones that are cut the bone a little smaller, unless you
yes,
want
a
it for
little
show.
smaller. Yeah. First show is kind of fun on, just like if you're gonna, it's kind of fun. But you get over it once or twice, and then you just really the real reason I like them now is because they're 3 inches thick.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I'll take that all day long.
Wow.
Let's see.
Do you guys do mini primes anytime?
I'm
I
currently
do.
doing one. Yep.
Mm. I have to because I tend to undereat a
Undereat.
lot. Yeah, so I have to mini prime. And I know I've undereaten because I stall on the scale. So if I do a prime, that kickstarts my metabolism again.
Same
And
here.
I
then
do it because I
yeah.
like meat.
Every meal for use of Prime.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, good night, John. Have happy plowing tonight.
Yep.
And we'll talk
Yay.
to you later. Let's see. Yep, absolutely. Dehydrated jerky's good stuff.
It is really good. You know exactly what you're eating instead of buying it.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, looks like we got a new viewer.
I
Very much.
embracing hope.
Embracing hope. Hi, welcome.
Well, here's Lindy's got birds.
My 34-year-old macaw parrot enjoys meat and eggs with his foods. I think I did not
Best,
send you a photo the other day.
You
Did
best
did.
I?
thing they can eat.
You should show that photo on here because it's so funny.
Yeah, I think it's on my phone, isn't it? I
Yeah.
made the ground beef in the slow cooker. I think we talked too much, Todd. Where is it? There's my birds eating my ground beef. One's got his head in the bowl and the other one wants to get in there, but they don't like each other, so they take it in turns. But yeah, they love my meat.
That's funny.
I don't know how much they actually eat. I think they tear it up and leave crumbs everywhere and maybe just suck the juice out. But yeah, they make a big mess. They are cute though. You guys hear they're pulling vaccines into vegetables now? Yeah, apparently they've already perfected it for lettuce. Tomatoes and others are still being experimented with. Thank God for me. What are these vaccines that they're putting into veggies? Like, I've heard that they're doing it, but I don't know what these vaccines actually
Whatever they
do.
want to put in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Pretty disgusting.
Yes.
I'm thinking about getting a lot of stew bones and sinew to boil and drink the broth. I'm trying to recover from some tendon injuries. What do you think? It's a superfood in my
Yes.
eyes. Yeah, go for it. I think and if you make it yourself,
Best thing.
fantastic. Yeah, great
Anything you
job.
can, if you have to heal, anything you can do to get more fat down and collagen is very, very good. Salt, fat,
Mm.
collagen, electrolytes, those are
Protein.
huge healers.
Thank you. I love them too. My husband doesn't, but they chase him around the house and try to bite his toes. He doesn't like it. I got some Wagyu beef tallow recently, but instead of cooking it seems to be clearing up my extra patches.
Be scared if I walked out of the
Oh.
house covered in lotion, the dogs would chase me down the street. It smells like beef.
That's interesting. My daughter, she suffers from eczema, so I might have to tell her about it.
Oh, see, I said it just
Yeah.
exactly.
Cosette will be loving you.
She would. She'd be following me around, driving me crazy. Be like, wait, did you cook meat? You smell like meat from head to toe. What's going on? Where's the beef?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're probably putting some kind of crap in there, more stuff they're trying to push down our throat. But, what's funny is we're just learning about these stuffs because people are looking. What's really scary is to think about the stuff they're putting in the food before we even started paying attention. They got us to this point of being sick in the first place. That's a real, eye opener.
Mm.
Howdy, howdy. Nice to see you.
San Diego. I still have to get a map of America for my wall. So I know where all these places are.
More skin moisturizer.
Nice. Are you going to try that in your kitchen as well? Would you consider doing that, or it's more for food?
No, I don't think so. Just food. I don't know. I might actually try to make some tallow for cooking though. That'd be kind of interesting because I was looking today, basically that grease that was in the bottom of my grease catch was tallow.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. All I'd have to do is warm it up and then strain it to get the little chunks out, and it's tallow. I just have to strain it a few times. So, yeah, that figures. mRNA bull crap. The big agenda.
It's great. It absorbs quickly and doesn't stay greasy, and no harsh chemicals like store-bought lotions. Yeah.
Did you get that Chicago brand black and white tub off of Amazon, Kimberly? That's the one I got.
That's what I got. Oh.
Oh, it's actually out of stock here, so I couldn't get any, but I do want to try and get some one day.
I think higher fat is the best place to start. I think everybody needs more fat to heal. And the thing about starting with high fat, I think you'll know, like your body gives you all the cues when you had too much. Either you're going to be, running to the potty, and it's going to be going through you, or you're not going to have a taste for it anymore. Your body, you'll need it for a long time and your body will heal. And then when you've had enough and you don't need any more and you need to concentrate more on protein, you'll know. Appreciate it, DC.
See you,
Everybody
DC.
Go check out DC's channel. His channel's awesome. He's got amazing stories. So
Look, I've got an interview up there too.
Yeah. Like because you just did an interview with DC about a week.
Last Friday went live. Yeah, I tried to make lard, but too much in the pan and it burned. Oh no!
I heard the slow cooker is the best way to do it, actually. In the slow cooker.
Okay.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I've never done it before.
Is walking or training part of your guys' routine?
It is now. I'm careful to say that because, whenever I'd watch people losing weight with exercise, I would click away because they were not in my demographic. I needed to know how to get to the point that I could exercise, to be honest with you. But now that I'm there, the beautiful thing about carnivore is healing. And when you heal, you naturally want to move more. When your body's healed, you want to move more. So now I walk and I lift weights and I do hit this thing called the hit axle, and I do shake plate, and I do resistance bands, and I do a little bit of yoga. So how about you guys? I know Lindy's the rebounding queen lately.
She is.
Yeah, I tried walking for the first 2 years of my journey and I struggled, couldn't keep consistent with it. I was in pain, a lot of hip pain, my back would be sore, and it would basically for 2 or 3 days afterwards, I just couldn't move. It was pretty hard. So I just had to give up on it. I obviously had a lot of healing to do. My body's broken from carrying all this heavy weight. And it's only just in the last few months that I've really wanted to do a bit more movement. And I bought myself a rebounder. I don't know if you can see it's behind me, like there. And I do a really gentle rebounding. So my feet don't even actually leave the mat. It's called like a healing bounce. And I'm loving it. It's helping with my lymphedema, just moving all my fluid around. My feet actually look normal for a change. They're not full of, not swollen or full of edema. And I get that nice muscle burn in the backs of my legs and in my core, and I can actually climb into my daughter's van without any issues now because she's got a really like a bus, her van. It's really high, and I did struggle to get my butt in there because I still got a bit of weight to pull up, and now it's like really easy for me to get in there, and I think that's from doing a little bit of rebounding. So I jump on it the first thing when I wake up for 5 minutes, and then every time I get up, go to the toilet, grab a drink, whatever. I bounce 5 minutes, then sit down. So that's become my routine. So I could bounce, quite a few times throughout the day because every time I get up, I have to bounce. And it's
Best
just
thing to do.
5 minutes. Yeah. And they say 5 minutes of rebounding is equivalent of a 20-minute walk. So I've got 15 minutes up my sleeve to throw into work or do whatever I want. And I'm getting the same benefit. And it's not harsh. It's very low impact and it works for me. So, but I couldn't have done it in the first 2 years. But now I'm at a stage where I'm wanting to do it and it's working for me. So, definitely not important to get the exercise in at the start. The diet is just enough. But when you feel ready, you just want to do it. And I think that's a good time to start then.
I was doing it there for a while every day, just like you. Every time I would get up, I would get on the vibration plate and stand there for 10 minutes and then sit back down. And it was helping. It's just with the way I've been feeling for the past month or so, I just haven't done it. But I need to get back into it again. But it does help. A little bit of movement, every little bit that you do helps.
Well, and I saw
Yeah.
on Bill Knott's last video, I was pretty happy for him because he sorry, I'm trying to pull up a picture here. He the previous months he was losing about 10 pounds a month.
Mm.
And then he got that vibration plate and he got that bed to get his feet up and he lost like 30 some odd pounds, 36 pounds or something.
That's awesome.
So he got that's moving some of that lymph fluid, which is going to help
Getting the
his
fluid out of it.
neuropathy.
Yep.
Yeah, in a huge way.
Yeah.
Let's see. Speaking of the let's see, where was I at here? Training for you guys. Okay, so let's do that. Sorry. I was getting for something and I lost my way. Grind fat for so this she's talking about making that. And then she also in the slow cooker, so we were right on that the slow cooker is the best way for it. She also makes lard. And then I was getting ready for this because I was interested in your carnivore chili, and that's what I was getting ready for, Jill. This is a picture of my carnivore chili that I'm gonna show people how to make. And I
Oh
agree,
my God, that looks so good.
Does.
but it's super good.
Keep torturing me.
Sorry. But so I'd be really interested to learn how you make your carnivore chili, Jill.
Yeah, I could drop a recipe. I think there's an email address on our profiles. You can drop us a message on there with your recipe.
For
We'll
sure.
give you credit for your recipe for sure.
For sure.
Are you familiar with the Cello-Sizer rebounder? No, I'm not. Well,
I never heard of
do
that.
tell. Yeah.
Huh.
Do you want to Google it and bring it up? We can all have a look together.
I'll pull down my screen if you want to, Michael.
Yeah, there's Dr. Berg, Eric Berg has got a video. If you type Dr. Berg rebounder, and I think it's about 3 years old, but he talks about NASA doing studies on astronauts and how it's really good for like because you lose muscle density and bone mass when you're in space, so they rebound. It gets them
It's
prepared for their trips.
it looks just
So,
it's just a regular rebounder. It's just a brand.
oh, okay. Yeah. Mine's a Jump Sport Pro. Like, I looked at a lot of them, and that one was appealed to me because it comes assembled. I don't have to put all the bungee straps on it, and it's very good quality. Obviously, being still a big person, I wanted something that's not going to break after 2 or 3 months of rebanding, and this is really built well. So for me, it works. But if you don't have the weight that I have, you might get away with other brands.
That's what I always worry about. I don't know about you guys, but my dad had like those cheap brown ones that they have, that are like 4 or 5 foot
Yeah,
round. And whenever
yeah.
I jump on them, I would just be standing on the floor and I just between me and my feet, I just stand on it and I was on the floor. There was no rebounding with those. Uh,
Yeah, and you
uh,
can actually adjust the tension on this one as well. So if it is too much bounce, you can reduce it to get a firmer bounce, and so it had a lot of options for me.
that's
It's awesome.
nice.
Mm.
Yeah, you need a good one.
Hi, Diana. I'm nearly a year carnivore and I'm still lethargic. Can't wait for some energy. Oh,
I think that where that comes from, because I had some of that going on too, and this is one of the main reasons that I have vinegar with my food. Because I think that you need a more absorbable energy source. And so the vinegar helps break down the fat so that it can be turned into fuel, the dietary fat, so it can be turned into fuel. And I think the reason that that's the case is I think we tend to be, some people are more insulin resistant, and it's harder to get the mitochondria to make energy out of fat, for some people. But we just got to stay the course, because that's basically mitochondrial fatigue, right? And or mitochondrial disease, and we just got to stay the course and keep fasting to heal our insulin resistance, because the autophagy will heal our mitochondria, and the fasting holds our fasted insulin levels low so that we regain our insulin sensitivity and we're less, it's just going to reduce the overall amount of insulin eventually in our system. And I don't know about you, but I abused that insulin roller coaster for about 39 years before. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. And I know a year feels like a long time, but I bet in comparison to how long we kind of beat up our kind of rode that insulin roller coaster and beat up our mitochondria, 5 years would be probably fair, fair to give our body to heal. You know what I mean?
It takes time, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Ken Berry does the finger and says, "You need vitamin P,
Yeah.
patience."
Patience. That's right.
uh,
Everybody wants the quick fix. It doesn't happen.
no magic pills, but just also one thing I know, you just really got to focus in on the things that are changing, that are positive, and just know that it's working. Just concentrate on those things that are getting better, because a lot of things get better every day on carnivore for everybody.
Yeah. Having butter and prawns for lunch, fatty beef for dinner. Yum. Enjoy.
Yes,
Todd didn't find me
absolutely.
also. Yeah.
Sorry, I I'm not joking. I'm jumping the gun on everything today. I took Joe Rogan's Alpha Brain today, and I'm wondering, because I'm kind of snappy today, wondering if the old Alpha Brain is working today.
That's all right. Michael and I'll just sit back and relax. You can run the show.
Getting snappy today. Yes, it did reduce my fatigue, my adrenal fatigue, and which it should, for sure. But I had a lot of things going on. I not only stopped fasting for a little while, but I also started eating salt again about 6 days ago because I had a little epiphany, if you will, when I was sitting here, reviewing my life's choices lately, and I realized that where one of my biggest flaws were, I don't know if you haven't been following, I started doing an alternate day fasting, and so I would eat and then I'd fast for 48 hours, 36 to 48 hours, and I'd eat. And I was like, man, this sucks because I was having brain fog. And when I was doing that kind of alternate day or alternate fasting, it was running into my busy work days, and I did not like having brain fog on work days. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to eat for basically Monday through Thursday and then fast Thursday night through Monday morning. That way I would have brain fog on the weekends mostly. And then, and I was fighting that, but then I started thinking that maybe it's not the best idea to schedule in being functionally retarded for about 84 hours a week. But I think my plan might have a hole in it if it means that my brain doesn't function for half the week. And also, and I mean, I gave it a heck of a try. I gave it, like 6, 7 weeks, but I was gaining weight and my brain wasn't working half the week. So I realized something was wrong. And so I just was like, all right, it's what Coach Raymond says, calls eating in the wild, just whatever you feel like, you know. And so I started doing that, I'm still just eating ribeye, salt, and water, but he meant eating as much whenever you feel like, not eating on a schedule, not fasting on a schedule, just going with what you feel like that day. And so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, it fixed it. I started dropping weight again. My energy went up and no brain fog anymore. So, and my mood's a lot better too. So, yep, for sure. Let's see.
Maybe there is still something in her diet that doesn't agree with her. I've been carnivore for over 6 months and just found out that pork was the culprit of keeping my sugars in the 200s. Yeah, could be something.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny, right? But it takes time for us all, because when we go from the standard American diet, our, people are like, listen to your body, take supplements, eat salads, all this nonsense. And I was like, I don't know. I could do all of these things that everybody said to do, and none of them made any difference. Well, that's because all my body ever said was, drink Coca-Cola and eat
Yeah.
pizza.
Neat. Yeah.
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 So I couldn't hear anything out of my body. I couldn't hear anything because I was just a dumpster fire of
Just
addictions.
constantly thinking of food. Yeah.
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 So first you got to kind of quiet that all down by stop feeding it the junk. You got to get rid of the seed oils, the sugars, the sodas, the artificial sweeteners, the grains, and all the processed junk, and just have whole animal based food and high fat for a while. And then once you hold that line and you're getting the electrolytes you need, then you start being able to decipher that stuff. Because when you're on the standard American diet and they say listen to your body, I would be like, my body's telling me soda and extra cheese, extra pepperoni, large pizzas. So
Oh.
you can't listen to that bastard. He's lying to you when he talks. So, but once you get it cleaned up, you can, you start hearing
And
what's
you
really going on.
you could listen to it and you can actually trust it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also you can't make too many changes all at once because then you don't know
'Cause you won't
what's
know. Right.
Yeah, and I find a lot of people are not giving those changes enough time either. So they make a change, they haven't eaten dairy for one day. Oh, it hasn't done anything. It's like, well, we
Right.
probably need to do it a couple of weeks and then
Mhm.
think about it. So
2
yeah,
months. Go dairy free 2 months and you'll see a difference.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I
So
quit and my sinuses cleared up and it's amazing.
yeah, you got to give it time. One change at a time, one big change.
Yep.
So true, guys. I started carnivore at the end of July and I've not lost much weight, but my body has done so much healing. I didn't even know how sick I was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
And
not
I
all
think,
about losing the weight. The body's gonna lose the weight when it wants to.
yeah. And all three of us are doing carnivore to lose weight. But now that I think we look back, that's just the cherry on top. It's the healing that we've benefited
Yeah.
from doing carnivore that is far outweighs the weight loss.
Absolutely. And yeah, just like she
Yeah.
said, she's just barely starting to get energy now. That'll get better. It really will.
Takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to heal and just
Yeah.
grasp onto the positive things, the things that are making a difference, and those things start adding up in a hurry, and they start getting bigger and bigger, and pretty soon you got, pretty soon you'll have 5 years in, and you'll be like, "Holy cow!" You won't even recognize yourself anymore.
Well, it's almost end of February. Can you believe it? I just had my 2-year anniversary and I'm already another 2 months in. Just by
Right?
blinking and I'm there.
Yep.
It's going so quickly.
Well,
Time goes by fast.
time goes by faster when you're not feeling like crap, and hours, minutes
Because
don't
you're
go
not
by like
suffering.
hours because you're
Right.
not suffering.
Yep.
Yeah.
And life's full now, doing so much. So I actually enjoying my life and I can look back and think, I've done this, I've done that, ticking things off. It's been a fun life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you guys been able to throw out the weight scale? It has taken me 6 months, but I'm finally ready to move on from it. Exactly. Exactly. I ordered a new scale. I don't know. When was that, guys? It was like 2, 3 months
2
ago.
months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And
My fault.
and that was fine because it was about tracking body percentages or whatever. And about the second day that I had that thing, I threatened to send it back to Amazon because it was pissing me off. Like, these things are stupid. Yeah, I haven't weighed in, I don't know. I haven't weighed in 5, 6 weeks because I really don't care anymore because it's really just about how I feel.
I agree.
I do actually put new batteries in my scale this morning. But I'm not focused on the numbers. Like it goes up, it goes down because I get fluid and I'm not focused on the numbers. I'm just curious because it does have all the stats and I like to see my body percentage, water and lean mass and my BMI. I like to see my BMI come down more than the actual weight. So, but it is what it is. Like if it goes up, I know it's just fluid. I'm not putting anything bad in my mouth. I'm
Right.
not eating the wrong foods. So there's a reason for that weight. But
Right?
my clothes are fitting better. That's all I care about. So yeah.
Checking my weight every day was my routine since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely ditch the scales if you're obsessed by the numbers. I'm not obsessed anymore. So
Yeah.
I haven't weighed
yeah.
myself in over a month. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about it.
No,
I know I
Mm,
can feel it. My body tells me how I am.
yeah.
absolutely.
At 67 years old, my energy didn't kick in until after 8 months. Yeah.
Takes time.
But we're all unique, we're all different. It depends how much healing we've got to do. So, yeah, don't compare yourself to other people and just run the course.
Everybody's different. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Did you have one of those comments that you wanted to bring up, Lindy?
Oh,
I
I think
forgot.
I've got one here.
It's
Can I
no
send it
worries.
to you, Michael?
Yep.
Let me shoot it to Michael. Been in meetings all morning.
we've been talking about some of the hater comments and trolls, and we like to talk about them sometimes. Let's see.
Yeah,
I
Todd's
care.
kinda I'll go for it. Yeah.
No worries. I care about it all, but I really want to strengthen my body. Over the last few months, I've realized how weak I've become. I'm 55, and now on some days I have energy, and other days I just want to lay around. Don't
Yeah.
underestimate the laying around, though. I mean, yes, laying around all day is not good, but I have been noticing that when you put the right building blocks in, your body actually kind of wants you to do a little bit of sleeping because it wants to repair some things. So it's trying to get you to kind of go into a REM sleep, and so that you can stop screwing up its repair process, basically. So it's trying to kind of put you in a state where it can fix some things, Because I used to think too that it was bad to be tired, because I was like, well, if I'm tired, then something's wrong. But then when I listen to that and I go to bed early and I get 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep in, which doesn't happen terribly often, but like every few weeks it'll happen one time. I wake up, I look thinner, I feel fantastic. And I'm like, oh, my body wanted me to knock it the heck off so it could work on a few things because it finally got the building blocks, you know. But go ahead, Cindy.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm pulling that off. Sorry. Me and Michael.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Todd kind of convinced me to go around and pop some comments on other people's videos. So this is one I put on Dr. Sean Baker's. He had a video about adding fruits and honey to your diet. So I wrote a comment saying if I add any fruit or veg to my diet, that it starts the craving monster again. And so it's best to avoid them. And obviously I don't want to lose the food freedom that I have now. And I got this comment, haha, food freedom. Is that what you call that prison you've put yourself in? Like, I didn't respond to this guy, but I'm thinking, you have no idea. Like, I was in prison before because I was focused on food 24/7. I couldn't
All you
turn it
thought
off.
about, right?
Yeah. And because of food, I was a prisoner in my house. I couldn't leave my house. So yeah, I didn't even bother entertaining him because he's obviously, this person just doesn't have any idea what it's like to be a person our size. And the comments that have gone out, like a 62 replies there's so many people that are in the same boat as me. Yes, add a little bit of fruit or veg and their craving goes off and they can't control it. They can't moderate. So I just thought it was an interesting comment. Just somebody that has no idea. If they can moderate food and have a balanced diet and it's working for them, like, congratulations, great job. But if you don't like what you see, just move on. Like, you didn't have to say
Yeah, and
anything.
that's always a dead
So,
giveaway, right? Because first of all, just so
yeah.
everybody knows, she was just responding to some stupid comments, but about this, but she had given her story and said, that she's down 495 pounds. So for this goofball to come in here, first of all, you got to be a pretty miserable person to take the time out of your day to say something stupid like this when
Yeah.
there's
Gross.
literally documented, videos of Lindy losing 500 pounds. So whatever level of ignorance and stupidity this guy's running on is pretty astounding in ways, but for him to stop and take time, that to me, that's always just a dead giveaway that this is a pretty miserable person. They're either they're an ideologue that's, kind of drunk in their own brainwashing, because they're very asleep or whatever the thing it is, believes that it must, it must threaten their little worldview of what they consider healthy and what's not healthy. And, all their little, these people get very married to the ideology that's shoved down their throat through the news and through, television and all this crap. And if you threaten it, boy, it shakes them up, So that's pretty funny.
Mm.
But to sit here and say that meat is more of a prison than an 800-pound body, a meat based diet is more of a prison than 800-pound body. I mean, that's a special kind of stupid.
And when there's too many choices, I don't feel like that's freedom for me. Too many choices overwhelms me. It's
Yeah.
like, where do I start? I want a bit of everything. And now it's just like, no, just give me the steak. Everything is just so mellow now. No stress, no pain. This is freedom. I feel freedom now.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
just,
Yeah.
it's,
And you had that other one that really floored me when he was like, he was
God.
like, he said something like, you lost weight the unhealthy way or something.
Oh, I've
Unhealthy
got to,
way.
yeah, sorry, I've got to find it.
Oh, it's okay. You're
I
fine.
can't.
It
There's
was just,
something about ketoacidosis or something, wasn't it?
well, he said that being in a state of ketogenic or being in a ketogenic state was unhealthy and hard on the body or something. And
Yeah.
it's like, compared to what? we have a world that is riddled with disease from
Yeah.
inflammation and insulin resistance related diseases, so much so that the state of not being in a state, or that the result of not being in a state of ketosis causes mental illnesses that are now diagnosed as type 3 diabetes. And you came up
Yeah.
with this genius statement to say that being in a ketogenic state is stressful, is a stressful state for the body to be in. It's
not.
like,
Yeah.
ask our ancestors
Yeah.
entire genealogy that got us to this point was all in a state of we go in fasting states of ketosis, we go into exercise states of ketosis, and we go into dietary states of ketosis, and this idiot is saying that that's not a natural state to be in. It's like, how dense do you have to be? How much of the Kool-Aid did you drink, pal? It's
Yeah.
quite hilarious when you think about it, man. Whew.
And I didn't even respond to the comment, but everybody else did, and they just went to town on him one after the other, saying he had no idea what he was talking about, and he was fighting them all, and I just stayed back like, I'm not there to waste my time. If that's what he
Best thing to
thinks,
do. Yep.
For sure.
that's what he thinks, I don't care. But everyone else was defending me, and which it just goes to show this community is so supportive and wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
It
But
is. It's just funny to put like, I don't know. I just love laughing at it a little bit sometimes because I'm like, what, I bet you are awesome at parties, dude.
yeah. And we're just sharing our story to help bring other people that are in our position to,
Right.
alert them that this may be an option for you. Give it a try, and we're here to help support you if you want to. So, like, we're not targeting him or this other dude. I don't give a shit about you. Do what
No.
you want, and
Right.
if you're happy and healthy, congratulations. But
It's just how people are.
Well, for
yeah,
sure. It's
just
so funny. I'm here to please. Good for a rant every now and then, for sure. Michael reins me in because he's like, you're going to get a shadow ban. He doesn't care either, but he's
I really
just,
don't.
he's trying to help me out because he knows I'm getting on all the lists.
Gonna get us shut down one day.
uh, But yeah, it definitely proves him an idiot. But I had this guy. I literally I don't argue back with these people because the funnest thing, these people are want an argument. They know they say,
Trolls, huh?
yeah, they're trolls. They feed off of this kind of negative energy. And the best thing to do is that every time a troll tries to troll me, instead of arguing with them, I go put another comment for them to try to, and like I don't talk to them, but I put another comment that they have to try to respond to, so that it keeps bumping me up in the algorithm.
Yeah, and then when you hit the top stop, yeah.
Yeah, when you hit the top stop, and so all the hate brings your comment to be the most viewed, so people get to see your success. So you can feed off the haters to bring your comment to the top, and that's what I love. And then don't give them any. Don't I never answer him back. But one guy, not because he was a troll, one guy got to me because he told me, he goes, well, that's great that you've lost all this weight, but stop posting your comments and all these different comments. I shouldn't have to see them. So quit it. And I was like, no.
Freedom of speech.
It's like, grow up. I'll
If
post
the guy
whatever I
doesn't
want.
like reading, all he's got to do is block you, and then he doesn't have to read your comments.
Exactly. Such
Uh,
dork. But who would sit here to spend time to tell somebody that you need to stop commenting because they don't like seeing your comments? It's like, grow up, you freaking weirdo.
Yeah. And
the
I
world we
used to
live
be
in nowadays.
very sensitive to comments as well. They would actually really upset me. But now it's just like, bring it on. Like, I don't care anymore. I know that you're uneducated. You call me uneducated and don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah. Well,
We
there's
were
this.
all uneducated before when we were 800 pounds, 700
yeah,
pounds, and we were eating the shit that the doctors are telling us to eat, and the
Oh,
FDA
yeah.
is telling us to eat. That's when we were uneducated.
And we're feeling amazing now. Like, well, man, the doctor's giving me the tick of approval. What more can I say? As long as this
yeah.
is all going well, this is working for me, and you do you. But yeah, I love the calmness that I've got now, and I just look at a comment and have a little giggle and then just move on. And I couldn't do that before.
Nope.
So yeah.
That's dang right. We are born in ketosis. God knows that the babies would choose to be in the most stressful, metabolic rhythm. Is like so stupid.
Prison is my anxiety and trying to get 5 servings of fruit and veg every day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just so that
Yeah.
you can take it to the toilet, It's like, it's not normal to poop twice a day. It's not, so
And the
crazy.
stinky farts and
Yeah.
greenhouse gases.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's what's
Yeah.
not normal is getting used to having diarrhea a couple times a day and then you like plan on it. Well, I'm gonna go have this and then get back to the office, or I'm gonna take that home and eat so that I can be by the toilet, you know. It's like people actually do that stuff. I remember it, had conversations. I knew people are like, I don't eat in at Taco Bell. I take it home so that I can be, at home so I
Close to
can
the
use the bathroom.
toilet.
Yeah, it's like,
Why eat it then?
yeah, it's like, okay, well, we're doing that stuff. No, I mean, if you poop something out 20 minutes after you eat it, how much do you think you got out of that?
And it shows you that your body doesn't want it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's rejecting it and kicking it out.
Yep. For exactly. That's an awesome idea. Yeah. Keep the air fryers at work for sure.
Yeah, and I love the parchment paper idea as well because then, no cooking, no cleaning. It's very, very minimal.
For sure. I can't wait to see Todd's rant on smelling salts after you don't know there's gonna be a rant. You're speculating now.
You just better lock your dog up, put him in a little room so can't hurt himself when you start laughing.
Exactly.
I'm strict BBBE and only have cheated once last Christmas with a teaspoon of cranberry sauce with turkey and my mum's cheesecake, 2 tablespoons. I've had a lot of plus high beer cells, is it? 4.5 in ketones, 1.5, 3.9, and lost 28 kilos.
Congrats. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. But that's that really stressful state of ketosis that we're not supposed to be in,
And I wouldn't say that's a cheat. I mean, you enjoyed your mum's cheesecake and a little bit of cranberry sauce. Enjoy it. But
Yes.
you moderated that. That's
Right.
awesome. Yeah, you didn't eat the whole cheesecake like we would. Or, that's a huge achievement. So well done on that.
As long as you can control it, and there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
having a little bit of it.
Yeah, you did well. These people need to eat more steak. Exactly right.
They do. Absolutely, they do.
Do you see that now when you see some nutter in the street going off and having a rant? You think, oh, you just need a piece of steak. Do you think that to yourself?
Oh, I do. Well, yeah, absolutely. I look at it now and I'm just like, oh yeah, you're a sugar addict. And I mean, I literally look at it more like sugar addiction being like a drug, like a real cracked out crackhead drug addiction. You see it when people
Yeah.
have mood swings,
Yep.
the bipolar stuff that's happening all the time. People are getting diagnosed with bipolar, like 2 different personalities because of sugar.
Look how they were using that Snickers commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how do you think that people would feel if they had just ate a steak after that instead of eating a Snickers and get more sugar?
Mm-hmm.
If you would have told me 6 months that I was before all this, well, actually 7 months now, that I was addicted to sugar, I would have said no.
Right.
I didn't see it until I got to the other side, and then I look back. My mind is clear, and I don't have the addiction. The food I'm not thinking about anymore. It's no longer on my mind. That's the food freedom that we're all talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's to be free from the constant the little voice in your head all the time. Oh, you got food in there. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. That's the freedom that we have nowadays. And what are we free from? We're free from all the sugar, all the carbs that we were eating before, all those years that we were a prisoner to that.
Right. Yeah. And here he's totally agreeing with you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's such a great point because, it's just what we get. It's literally what we get conditioned to accept. We get conditioned by our environment, by uh, collective consciousness, collective norms, right? And the collective consciousness and collective norms are conditioned through media, through advertising, through all this propaganda that's fed down, and then they prop up the propaganda with doctors and epidemiology studies, so because when you go and you get GERD from eating Taco Bell because you've pretty much destroyed, your sphincters in your stomach from eating too much junk. And then you go to the doctor, like, oh, this is very common. Well, what they should say is, "Oh, this is really sad that people are doing this to themselves over Taco Bell or whatever the standard American diet." But instead, they go, "Oh yeah, this is common. Hey, good for you. I have a magic pill. Take this magic pill. It's going to give you oily gas. You're going to have disaster pants sometime from the magic pill, but it's an okay side effect." And it's weird how we can go like, "Well, okay, so I have the Taco Bell, then I have to run home and crap, and then I'm going to have reflux, but then I take the pill, and the only downside is sometimes I'm going to shit myself in the night." This is
Yeah.
total with
Oily
oily gas,
discharge. Oily
oily
discharge.
discharge, but this
Yep.
is just totally fine. This is a normal way to, if you get a little Taco Bell, you have a little diarrhea, you burp
Yeah.
up some stomach acid, you take a pill that goes down, and then you have oily discharge out your butt at night. But nothing to see here. Move along. You know what I mean?
Sounds
It's like,
like fun.
yeah, and it's these people that are telling us your meat diet's weird. It's like your oily gas is weird.
Yeah. The smells and yeah.
Exactly. It's so freaking nuts. And these are the people that we're arguing with now. It's like the what do they say? The inmates are running the asylum or whatever.
Exactly.
It's
Yep.
quite like that now. And so yeah, I don't exactly feel like we're not dealing with top brass and these people that are having some issues, that's for sure. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh, you've lost the dog already, Todd.
Dog's gone ready. Yep.
I was just thinking about the commercial. They need to replace the Snickers with a beef bar. And I am
Exactly.
legitimately a sugar carb addict. You're going to try and make some of those, what are they, carnivore bars? Like a,
Some pemmican.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we'll make some
yeah,
pemmican. Yeah, I think we'll
that'll
do
be
it.
good to.
Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can do it as good, if not better. And I think we cannot charge $95 for 12 ounces. I think we can beat that, at home. So that's a little bit silly. I think we can do better. And, I don't know. We'll see. I think as a collective, we're going to come up with some good stuff, to be able to make different jerkies and beef sticks and beef bars and, power bars and those things. And I think we can come up with something. The more that we're all working on this stuff, I think we're gonna get rise to the top, because it was just like I started putting the bacon in the burger, and then I also noticed not that he like Bill Knott told Carrie to do this, but it's kind of like confirmation because Carrie put cooked bacon in his beef brats and he said it was awesome. I'm like, I know exactly what that tastes like because I've been making the 50-50 burger bacon mix, and that would be
Mhm.
great. And then of course I'm gonna sink some pickled jalapenos in there because why not? Pickled
Because you can.
jalapeno. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. Kind of, you know, I like new obsessions, where you get kind of crazy, and that I think that'll be one thing I could kind of dive into and be fun.
Hmm.
Hmm,
Even in the Old Testament, wealth was measured by the amount of land and number of flocks people had. Yeah.
absolutely. And do you know where going along the same lines, where the word salary came from? You know, it was
No.
salt. It was how so the
Right.
word salary came from you would get paid in salt.
Salt. Right.
Yeah. That's how
Hmm.
crazy and how important salt is to life. Like salt back then was like a precious mineral for life, and you get paid in salt. And now it's people pretend like it's killing us. It's crazy.
I worked for a pharmaco that was developing a weight loss med, and the side effects were so horrendous they did not continue. I found out later after pharmaco bought it. It's now available. Wow. That's so scary. And people are quite happy to pay lots of money
Well,
for
Yeah,
that kind of stuff
yeah,
too.
we hit at the same time.
Uh, the
it's
side
in your
effects
side
were
effects.
explosive underwear, along with so many others.
Right, great,
And people
and
think that's normal.
yeah, well, and then look at what they're talking about with oh crap, I'm gonna Ozempic and
Oh,
stuff, right?
Ozempic. Yeah.
Right. They're now saying that it's causing permanent, like neurological paralysis of the gut lining.
Yep.
That's devastating. That is absolutely devastating. Like, oh my gosh. And then think how they doled that stuff out.
Giving it
Before
away. Yep.
they were giving the stuff
Yeah.
away to get people hooked on it because it was the magic pill everybody prayed for, right? And then after their 3-month free trial, they're like, okay, now it's 1,500 a month if you want to stay on it.
Yeah.
That shit is like straight. I mean, that's out of like the crack dealer on the streets, like how-to book. You give, your new customers, you give them your best stuff for free, you get them hooked, and then you bump up the price. It's
Look at
crazy.
Embracing Hope's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I'm
Oh,
so
wow.
sorry.
That is so terrible. I am so sorry, Hope.
Yeah. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for lymphedema and lipedema. I follow those because I struggle with that, and I'm looking at having surgery as well down the track. And nearly every second post is people promoting Ozempic, and I think Moderna is the other one, or different weight loss drugs and injections and whatever. Anyone mentions diet, there's a few people that do low carb or carnivore, and they're bounced on by these women. Like, they're just so brutal I don't say anything in these communities. I just follow along because I'm more interested in seeing what the surgeries are like and the results from people. But I'm literally too scared to say anything about my diet. And it's sad because, like, I could see so many people improving their symptoms just going carnivore or even a ketovore kind of approach. But they're all, you got to eat your grains, you got to eat this. And if you go to the lymphedema site, the diet is just crazy as. And, I followed it all. It didn't help. This has worked for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so sad. And these people, they struggle, financially, yet they're more than happy to pay for Ozempic, yet they don't want to put money into buying a steak, or, they complain that it's too expensive to be carnivore, but they throw around money for pharmaceuticals, and that's really sad as well.
Right. Yeah,
Everybody's
Monique,
looking for the quick fix, and it's
it is.
usually
Yeah.
not a quick.
And that's where we got to stop. Like, this is where I feel like we're all the most guilty. Like, it's totally understandable that we're all hooked on this crap because they screwed up our environment. It's totally understandable because it's all pumped in everywhere. You can't get away from this highly addictive crap. So it takes a real effort to get away from it. So it's understandable how we got there, but what keeps us there is because we all want to believe a lie from the doctors that there's a magic pill so that we can eat the sugar and be a sugar addict and also just get out of it free. Some of that really is because we really got to look at the doctors and the drug companies as the people that are making money off of our demise, and we have to realize that they're selling the bullets and the band-aids, and we can't trust them anymore. We can't just blindly hand over and delegate our health and our quality of life and livelihood to these people. They're stealing it. Like, ask yourself if you've ever seen anybody get on any kind of medication
And
where
get
they
off of it.
eventually got off of it and got better, or if they just ended up getting more and more conditions and taking more and more medications and going downhill for forever and spending all their money on medications. That's all that ever happens to those people in Bass. Ozempic dealers are wider than crack dealers. They did that to my daughter-in-law. She
She
sent me pics.
sent me a pic. She lost so
Yeah,
much, but when will the side effects come? Or hopefully nothing. Fingers and cross for her, pray for her.
yeah,
We've had a lot of people dying. They had shows here in Australia of people. One lady, she wanted to lose 1 or 2 dress sizes so she could attend her daughter's wedding. She died before the wedding. It was like a few weeks before the wedding. And that was on a show called 60 Minutes. You could probably Google or YouTube it. And it's just a story, there's the husband sitting there talking about his wife. She just wanted to fit into her dress for her daughter's wedding, and she didn't make it. It's just devastating. Yeah, that's just so sad. But how's it going to fix the root cause anyway? Like, you're still going to have those issues. Like, it's not fixing the problem, isn't it?
The problem is there's too much sugar or too much carbs in all the food that's processed. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everything you look at nowadays, it's all you see. Any ingredient, even on packaged meat, you look at there's sugar in it. Why does meat need sugar in it?
Mm.
Yeah, I know exactly, because it's 8 times more addictive than crack. That's why.
Yes, it's a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a legal drug that they're able to put into everything and get everybody addicted to it.
Right. Absolutely is. Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Hi, Ellen.
Arlene. Hi, Jay. I saw your comment.
uh,
He's quick with his little finger. Ding, 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 ding. The comments flashing up. Can anyone answer how to start carnivore without getting sick? I get feeling well, then really bad digestive problems. Should I do it gradually? Did you go cold turkey on carbs?
well, I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, the SPG gang talks a lot about easing the keto flu type symptoms with amino acids. But if you're talking about the digestive things, I would say that you just got to go low fat at first. Which is going to be hard because when you go low fat, you're going to have more carb cravings. But if you go higher fat, you got to let your stomach kind of digest and work itself out and rendered fat, or maybe cold fat and butter. What do you think, Lindy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like the priming and all that kind of stuff is really good that we do in SBG gang, but you've got to make sure that you're in a position where you can really concentrate on your diet. Like if you've got a lot of stress happening in your life, the last thing to do is to go cold turkey, if you like, or you could ease into it, do like a ketovore approach, and then gradually reduce all the get the sugars out of your diet first, seed oils, and just work your way down. I found for me that was difficult because the carbs that I was having was just wouldn't get rid of the carb
Craving.
monster that was in my
Yeah.
head. So I had to go cold turkey and just put up with it. And it took a while, it took quite a few weeks for me to get rid of that nagging feeling, the voracious cravings and that. But once I got over that hurdle, what a game changer. But it's hard work, and I was on the toilet for nearly 6 months because I don't have a gallbladder. I've got the lap band restriction, so I had a lot of things going against me, and I did want to give up so many times and thinking this is not working. It's not working fast enough. But things were happening that I just didn't realize, and until one day I just sort of accepted the process and just let go of things, and just everything just seemed to fall into place. And yeah, I don't know, you just have to find what works best for you, I guess. But Michael?
I did cold turkey when I did it. It took me 4+ weeks of suffering to get through it. I had to withdraw from the sugar and the carbs, and
Yeah.
it sucked. There was many times that I wanted to quit, but I knew I had to make a change, and I just pushed through it. It was hard, and then once you get past it, it gets a lot easier. I promise you.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think this probably isn't what you want to hear, but I think it's better to get sick. Better to go through the keto flu because you don't want to have to re-go through the keto flu once you went through it.
No,
One
right.
of the things that sticks in your head, like I don't want to go through all that again.
Mhm.
And it
Yep.
kind of keeps you going because if you fall off the wagon,
You're gonna go through it all again.
yeah, you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to come back over the mountain type of thing. That's personally what I feel, but I also failed. I did kind of failed keto for 2.5 years before I did carnivore, but nothing got better until I went 100% like super well BBB and E. Um,
Yeah.
and that was when I got the food freedom that Lindy and everybody talk about. I just don't have any cravings anymore. I have,
You
zero
know,
food addictions anymore.
well, you're addicted to steak.
Well, I am, yeah. But zero carb addictions, let's
Right.
say that. But yeah, I definitely am addicted. I'm not addicted to steak. I'm addicted to awesome steak. Let's clarify that.
The best addiction to have.
Yeah.
I will
And
take it.
we've got to change your habits as well. Like food shouldn't be such an important part of our lives. It shouldn't be the focus. We need to get out there and live our lives and not be thinking, oh, it's dinner time, lunchtime, and going by the clock. Throw all that out the window and use your time wisely. And if you're craving, eat meat. If you can't be bothered, don't want to eat meat, you just don't feel like it, then you're not hungry. Change your patterns. Go out in the garden, do some grounding, pull out some reeds, read a book, have a bath, and give yourself half an hour, and you'll probably find that craving will just pass. Maybe it's just a more comfort eating or a behavioral thing. You could be, bored or angry, upset, anxious. Try and distract yourself for half an hour and see if that fixes it. But definitely have a lot of like carnivore snacks, hard-boiled eggs, little meat slices, bacon, whatever in the fridge, and then just snack on those, but push through it with carnivore foods.
Yeah, eat through it. He does. They pretty much any cravings. The answer is always eat. For me, it was bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
My default was stuff my face with bacon and eggs before I could
Mm,
think about anything else, and that does work. And it, people, they'll kind of sugarcoat it and tell you that it's going to be a week or 2 weeks. It was 5 weeks for me. Took 5.
yeah.
And
Took
then
a long
this,
time for me. Mm,
are you taking electrolytes? That's a great question. I know I needed them at the start.
I had to. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still taking them. I'm still taking my magnesium, my potassium, my zinc. I'm still taking them because I'm a bigger person. I need more. I know I'm not getting enough of what I'm eating. So maybe you're low on electrolytes. Try it.
Yep.
mm. I didn't take electrolytes. They were too expensive. I didn't want to invest in them. I do have them now, and I have maybe one LMNT sachet a month, just if I'm.
I don't even think you need the
And
LMNT.
I don't even, yeah, I don't even think I need it. Like I just
No,
have it because I can, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think I need it. I salt my food well though. I love my
right.
salt.
Use
So,
salt. That's your sodium. Get yourself some potassium
mm,
pills. Get yourself magnesium pills. It's the same thing. It's a lot cheaper taking it in pill form if you
You
do
don't
need
even
it.
need potassium pills, honestly. You get 50-50 salt and
Right.
fake
These are
salt and salt. Yeah.
right.
yeah,
Yeah, then you get your potassium and salt, and then you just gotta add a little
I
zinc to
take
it and
I'm still taking my
calcium.
water pills, so that's why I still take some potassium because
Yeah.
I know I'm putting a
yeah.
lot out.
Again, we're all different. As you can see, I don't take them, and these two
Right,
do. And
right,
you just got to find what works for you. If you feel you
right.
need them, give it a try. And
And it's also going to depend on your
mm,
body. The bigger you are, the more you're going to need. A
yeah,
skinnier person's going to need less.
I need a lot, obviously. I was taking 5 scoops of this every day, and I still do it, but that was giving me 5,000 milligrams of potassium
yeah.
every day,
I
and
didn't.
that yeah.
I didn't take any at all. Literally no electrolytes through my journey.
Yeah, it definitely helped me get through the carb cravings, and that was and it just made me feel better, but you can get there. I would imagine that Lindy took a little longer to get satiated, to kind of fill that void of electrolytes
Yeah,
than I did. I think
probably.
that's the only difference, because you've been
Mm,
doing it a year longer than I have, and I haven't taken electrolytes in probably 5 months because I finally hit the wall where I didn't need it anymore,
Right.
but it took a
yeah,
while to get there. Most people are sugar carb addicts. I didn't realize it or don't realize it because it's so normalized. Sugar
Otherwise,
lights
yep.
up your brain as much as cocaine. Absolutely,
Worse. Yep.
they're in the grocery. All the sugars in the grocery store, and they wouldn't
Right.
put in the grocery store if it was bad for you,
Yep.
right?
And
Not to mention they have little green leprechauns on the box, so
yeah,
that's got to be good.
and they hide the word sugar with all these other chemicals, corn syrup and high fortress
dextrose.
corn syrup. Yeah, all
Yeah,
this other shit
Yeah,
that's loaded with it. Yeah,
right.
they know
They
what they're
should
doing.
call it
Believe me.
Yeah, they should just call it like, cancer juice. And then, everybody could know what it really is, or, diabetes fuel, you know, and put it on there.
yeah.
But they won't do that. They call it just like I said, they make it shiny colors. It
They
smells
don't
sweet.
they don't call it sugar diabetes anymore, do they? They changed that
Mhm.
because they didn't want to take that
Mm.
word sugar out of it.
Yep.
And I went to our local butcher's the other day, and at the cash register, they got a big thing of chocolates. I'm like, "Why? This is the butcher. Why are you putting chocolates here? That's distracting for me." And she goes, "I know, right? It's distracting for me too." Like, we need to tell the boss, get rid of them.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to see the meat. I don't need chocolates in my face when I'm trying to pay.
Right. And I mean, grocery
Yeah,
stores, they put the vegetables and the meat in the far back. And then you have to
yeah.
walk through all
Walk
the
past
carbs.
everything.
You have to walk by the deli. They route you through the bakery. And then in grocery stores, they take the return air and they put it over the bakery and they pump that sweet
Oh
smelling
yeah.
bakery stuff all through the store on purpose. So when you walk in there, you smell sugar, you smell donuts, you smell
Yeah.
pies. Just think about what this first smell is that comes into your nose when you walk into your grocery store.
All the
And I
good
bet,
shit.
Cinnamon donuts.
yeah, every time. It hits
Yeah.
you right in the face, and I'm like, "What is it? What are they cooking in here that slaps you in the face with that smell?" And I haven't been into a grocery store pretty much since, God, I think 2009 or something, and I still remember what they smell like because when you walk in there, you get punched in the face with all the bakery stuff, cinnamon bakeries, apple pie, cinnamon, that whole stuff
And it
every
just
time.
triggers, yeah. It just triggers all your addiction. Yeah.
Right, and it's not by accident. And they sit there and they, "Oh, you want to go to to the fruit, because even they think the fruit's healthy. They're like, oh, to get to the fruit and to get to the meat, you're just gonna have to walk through all these donuts and cereals and sodas and all these colors. And then you walk by these
Chips and
giant stands. It's like 25 for $1. You can go into a sugar coma for $1. And then you go in the back and it smells like fish, and you can smells funny. You can get a piece of meat for 25 bucks. You know, this is
Yeah.
why, I mean, it's so pumped. And then, like you said, you go to the checkout aisle if you made it out there, and there's candy bars, three for 99 cents. You can get three candy bars for 99 cents. It's like they just about want to give them away to you, It's
you're
crazy.
hooked.
Go to the freezer section. I remember pizzas were 4 and pizzas were when I was a kid. The last when I would go shopping, they were like 4 for $10. Like, why is everything that's bad for you that tastes good also almost free? You know, you
Yeah.
can have all of it you want. It's crazy, but it's freaking setup. So stupid.
They know what they're doing.
Yep.
My diabetic friend was on Ozempic for 4 months. She now has electric problems with her heart. Oh dear, sorry.
That is
Mm.
so terrible. Oh, wrong one.
They got her hooked up till she moved home with her parents because they stopped covering it. She wanted it so bad, but gave up her home, shot over rent. I don't
Right.
get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to get Ozempic because they are freaking drug dealers. Oh, get you hooked on it and get you, I mean, absolutely hooked, mentally because you lose all the weight and who knows what it's doing to you when it's affecting your stomach like that. And then
And
they charge you
as
1,500.
and as soon as you stop taking it, you gain all that weight back.
Yep.
And you're not
Yeah.
actually gaining. You're not actually losing weight. You're actually losing muscle. You lose
That too.
50% of your muscle.
Yeah.
It's like a few weeks ago, for those that don't know, I went and saw a skin removal surgeon to just talk about what my options are. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, you've lost what, 500 pounds? That's amazing. How did you do it?" I said, "The carnivore diet." And he's like he almost fell off his chair. "What? Like, really? What do you eat?" And I said, "Just meat, maybe a few eggs." That's about it. "Oh, not with Ozempic?" I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Would you like some?" I'm like, "No." I
Why?
just thought, what a stupid question to ask. I just lost 500 pounds and now you want to offer me Ozempic for the rest? I'm like, no, I'm more than happy doing what I'm doing. I'm happy it's slowing down and I'm fine with that. The slower, the better for me now. But why, maybe he's paid to say,
Yeah,
would you
they're
like some?
say it. Yeah, they get a kickback.
Like, I couldn't understand why he would say that after I've lost and maintained 500 pounds and I'm still losing. So, yeah, bit weird.
And you're
Yep, for
happy where
sure.
you're at with how it's going, right? You're not suffering.
Yeah.
Huh.
The last thing I want to do is inject something that I have no idea what ingredients are
gonna
in
do
there
you.
into my body. And there's enough horror stories out there. Like, I wouldn't have considered it anyway. Like, I thought my life was over and that was it. But even then, I've never been one to take pills. If I, I'd have to really be on my death's
Hurting,
door
right.
to actually go to the doctor or do anything about it. I just don't like taking pills. And yeah, I was putting seed oils and sugar in my body, and that didn't phase me,
Oh.
but
They can't
I
sell it.
don't.
It's bad, right?
Yeah, but as for drugs, I was never into any of that kind of stuff. Mm.
Just kind of doing a speed round through the comments here because I got behind when we were ranting a little bit.
Yeah, we're not that bad.
Yeah. No, we're praying for Teresa for sure. She's 67 with Parkinson's for 10 years, met her doctors and told her about Carnivore. She's fired up and is starting tomorrow. Oh, congratulations.
That's
It's a
awesome.
start. Yeah. That's so good.
That's good. We will definitely keep her in our prayers for sure. That does make the difference.
I'm addicted to great steaks too. Struggle with mince. Thank God for a great butcher and all the money I save in other areas. Meat's expensive, but that's all we're buying. I don't know, like, it's expensive, but then when you think of all the things you're not buying, I'm actually saving money. So I don't mind paying like,
A little bit more.
yeah,
Huh?
And it's a good
yeah.
investment too, right? You know?
Your health is your best investment.
Right.
And I'm not eating 3 meals a day, maybe 2, sometimes 1. So when you consider you might eat 1 steak in a day, it's what, $13 a day?
Think of all you
Australian?
used to eat before with all the snacking that you used to do and everything,
We'd easily spend $120 on dinner if
Right.
we take out Chinese, and I'm now eating $13 for 1 piece of steak.
Right.
That's a huge saving.
Exactly. Lindy, I went to pick up my prescriptions, and on the counter they have chocolate bars.
Yes,
Right.
and the
Right,
jelly beans I get because they're diabetics, I guess, type 1 diabetics, but they don't eat chocolates, do they?
No, it's so silly.
I don't like sweets. It's refined, unbleached, no fiber. White bread my family makes, it's a drug. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm almost 6 months in, and I'm seeing that butter is better for me for extra fat instead of meat from the fat. Otherwise, I have guess that gives me accidents. Yeah.
Mm, yep.
Raw egg yolks are good, or egg yolks. I kept feeling like fainting occasionally without electrolytes, but now I take salt and magnesium tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that occasionally, and I don't know, I think I'm dehydrated, and that's probably when I would have an electrolyte, is when I feel like that. I get a bit. And I had the glucose monitor, the CGM, for a couple of weeks, and just to see if maybe I had low blood sugar levels, because I do go really low, but I didn't have a fainting episode during that 2 weeks, so I don't know. But I
And
will have to
I think
experiment.
that I was gonna take this at the 2-hour mark, and we're there. So
Oh, okay.
hold the
Have we got
presses.
a drum roll, Michael?
I think we need one.
Drum roll, drum roll.
Oh, I just broke the seal on the bag, and it is not good.
Oh,
What do you
what's
think
it
it's going to
smell
smell
like?
like?
But
Is
Smells like
it
ammonia.
is it
oh,
salty, or
Ammonia.
where's Cosette? Hope she's safe. Oh.
that was just the bag.
He didn't even open up the bottle yet. Just wait. Just keep the bag. That's all you need is just a bag.
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah,
That's
it
terrible.
stinks.
Oh, it smells like horse stall pee that's been out in the sun all day.
Ammonia. Yeah.
You gotta turn your fan on. You blow it away.
I'm gonna have to. That is rank. Haven't even got
Are you
question on
gonna
my.
sniff that stuff?
Oh God! Hold on, I gotta close this bag. It smells like when we used to have horses and they would pee in the stalls on the hay. We'd have to like shovel it out of there. That's what that smells like.
So he opens the bottle up. He closes the bag, but he opens
Well,
the
I'm
bottle.
no.
He opens up the
Oh,
source of the smell.
oh, it's popping. It's under pressure. They weren't kidding. Oh, can you hear this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Phew. I think Kozet's sleeping on the couch behind him.
It won't be for long.
let's just get it done.
Your eyes watering, let us see.
Oh, who would do that twice?
So did you get the dopamine hit you're expecting?
I don't know, not yet. Oh,
He
who would do
can't
that
see.
twice?
His eyes are watering.
Well,
Don't cry, Todd.
that is terrible. Who does
No,
that?
no one took your steaks.
What are you supposed to do that for again?
We have no idea why you're doing that, Todd.
Oh.
Like Michael said, you are special.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, why would anybody do that twice? Oh, it says you can do it twice a day. That made my stomach turn. That is so gross. I can't even. Oh, my head hurts now.
It's a new weight loss program. Do that right before, anytime you're hungry.
That burns so bad. It burned the back of my eyeballs.
Ammonia.
What are you supposed to lift after that? Like cars? Oh my god. I think my hat's looser now. I feel like my ears sucked in. What is going on?
You feel awake?
No, I feel dizzy.
Ready to pass out.
Yeah.
You're not going to pass out on us,
How much do we pay for this?
I think it was $75. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is some rough stuff. I do not recommend that stuff. My ears are ringing. That is crazy. Oh, that stuff
dear.
is so stout. I cannot explain it to you. Oh, it stinks. It stinks like a horse stall full of feet on strop.
One thumb up, two thumbs up. What's the review here?
That's good. Well, I don't know. How are we rating it? It does, for as much as it smells like stagnant urine in a horse stall. If that's it, it's a two thumber. Oh my gosh, that is so gross. And I have one hell of a headache right now. That's incredible.
Seriously. Wow.
That stuff
Wow.
hurt so bad. They're not kidding. Oh, yeah, it's a nose slap for sure. That was
Wow.
wow. The top of my head hurts. That's so crazy. Oh, well, I'm sure that'll wear off. Oh,
Oh dear, Todd.
I would put the bottle back inside the bag and seal that bag back up.
And throw it around across the
bag.
room. Get it away from you.
Maybe open up your door and stick it outside. Because you're just gonna.
See, Cosette, she's like, she turned around the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. And her nose is even more sensitive.
Yeah, you better put the fan on. Get rid of that smell.
This bag is rank. I'm not kidding you.
Hold your breath.
Look, Cosette's stirring. She's like, what the?
She's like, who'd she's like, you're supposed to go outside before you do that.
Who farted?
She's like, what did you do? Body on the floor 500 times and then boil it.
So what have you done?
Oh my gosh, she's giving me the squinty face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not liking it. I know it's gross.
Oh,
All right.
dear.
Well, it's wearing off now, so that's good. But I didn't get this rush of energy and clarity like you're supposed to get. I'm not sure why anybody would
That
do
was
that.
that headache that you got. That was the blood rush to the head.
I thought it was going to be better. I do have to pee now. Did. Oh,
Oh,
man.
dear.
Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding. Like the only thing I smelled that I can even relate it to is like a horse stall with straw in it that's been peed on and on a hot day that just sat in there and like percolated. That's the
Oh.
whole, but this is like 300 times worse. Oof. Where am I?
Wow.
Oh. Oof. I'm sorry to everybody, but I've lost my place. So I'm guessing these are from the salt.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good plan. I didn't know that smelling salts just smelled like pee, like the most crazy, nasty, dank smelling pee.
So is
Whew.
the only reason you tried them because Joe Rogan tried them?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't go to school, so joke's on you. For two reasons. Because I quit sugar, I quit caffeine, I quit nicotine, I quit, all these uppers that I was doing. And so I just wanted something that would give me a little mind boost or whatever. And so Joe Rogan and those guys, when they're doing their show, they'll hit the smelling salts to wake them up and get them going. And then they also take like the alpha brain. So I'm just searching for things that aren't like food habit chemical forming and that can kind of do that. And just because I do miss uppers, but that's not it.
So this isn't going to be a habit for you now.
That's
You're
not
not
going to be
you're
a
not
habit.
addicted to it.
No, there will be no addiction to that. I mean, if there's an acquired taste, it's not going to get the grace period of acquirement. I'm not having any part of that. Man, that was pretty gross. That was pretty gross. Ooh. My head does feel a little bit light. It's weird.
Gee, it's strong.
Yeah, I should take it
Yeah.
outside for sure because that thing's bleeding. I'm definitely going to be putting that in the garage.
He is for
Todd
sure.
is. If I would have
Crazy.
known that it just smelled like horse pee, I would not have paid so much money for it. No
Good
worries.
night, Arlene.
Night. Definitely stick to coffee. Yeah. Yes. You have an argument. Yeah, I bet that smelled gross. Yeah. I was never about to pass out, but I was about to cry and possibly pee. I maybe really have to pee. Supposed to give you energy. I have not got any yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't spill. I hope it's not coffee. I don't want to spill coffee. It will, but it hurts like mad and can't damage the lungs. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that to a minimum for sure.
Don't tell you don't do sheep. Joe Rogan does.
Yeah, those guys are used to sniffing fun things, I guess. But do you love the smell of horse stalls?
Try to put in an Amazon box at your front door for some porch permits.
That is the best idea, actually, right there. I should definitely I should put a bag in there and sprinkle all the salts out of the box and just put it in the and let him take it. That's a great idea. Get like an iPad box or something and put it in there.
Oh, you got one of those security cams out front? I'd love to see that.
There you go.
That would be great, actually.
Oh no, my bag's a hat. I'll fight you for it, Lambs.
There you go. That's funny. Let's see. Yeah, my Todd's ankle. You did, and you were right. Hey, you don't get to my stature without being a little stubborn.
Yes, it would be Todd. Absolutely.
I had to try it, Keith.
We got the rest. We did. I think we did better, didn't we?
Yeah.
Remember, Joe Rogan also smokes dope and cigars and drinks like a fish. So
I know. I
hello.
didn't say he's my mentor. I just said he played. Okay, maybe I got influenced.
I love your sense of humor. So fun. Poor dog's nose is thousands of
Yeah.
times more sensitive than yours. Yeah.
For
She's
sure.
17, poor little thing.
Yeah, and she's like, I cannot believe you just went to the bathroom on the floor. That's what she's thinking right now.
Well,
Great.
Todd could give a round 2 for you, my weight loss life.
No, Todd could not. Todd, it says right on the bottle to not do it within a few hours apart and no more than twice a day. I tried this, Greg.
Next week.
Next week, maybe.
You have to go back and watch the replay.
I tried the world's strongest smelling salts, the ones that Joe Rogan tries, because I'm an idiot and I proved it. So
yes, taking on for the team like a
there we go. That's a better viewpoint. I'm gonna take that view from taking one for the team.
When I was a kid, I dropped a large bottle of ammonia on our laundry floor. My poor dad had to mop it up between breaths of outside air. It stripped the paint. Oh, geez. Yeah.
Boy. For sure. Good, Greg. How are you doing? I know you're dealing with some things. I hope everything's going good with your folks there, and that she's getting moved in and comfortable.
I love that idea, Carnivore stalk.
I must have missed something.
I think you did get it, but I'm not sure where you're up to now.
Horse barn, I got you.
Stand-up comedians are a different breed.
They are for sure. Hey, Susan.
Hi,
No
Susan.
worries.
You just missed Todd enjoying his smelling salts.
I was waiting, and what was funny is I waited like 2 weeks for those to get here, and I was pretty excited about it. I'm not excited anymore.
Yeah.
I'm making a nice meme right now.
Yay! I need
I'm
to make
making
a
it shorter
YouTube.
for you there, Todd, for your channel.
Did I make noises? Funny faces when that was happening?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
faces.
It was a rough one. I wish I could gift you some and you could try it, Michael.
Oh, I know what it smells like.
Oh my gosh, I did not. No worries, Greg.
And hi, JB. Thanks for watching my interview on Advanti Wellness. Advanti Wellness is the rebounder community that I've joined. And yeah, that's really fun to watch as well. But you had an interview with them. That was lovely.
That is awesome.
Day 190 down, 150 pounds. Fatty liver fixed, A1C down to 5.8. More numbers in Dr. Berry's stream tomorrow. Excellent. Great job.
That's awesome.
150 pounds down.
That's huge.
Awesome.
And man, your A1C, man, you're almost there, aren't you? You're like right there.
Yeah, borderline. So
that's incredible.
So close. Well done.
You guys are welcome. I don't know what faces, but you're welcome.
We should start a competition. Do a screenshot of Todd's face while he was sniffing his salts, and we'll see who just gets the best picture.
That's a terrible idea. Uh, good Lord. They're you guys need to really stop enabling him.
I'm already on it.
Yeah, Kerry and his wife were doing a live stream with some other chap before, but I didn't catch his name. I was in there for a few minutes, but had to jump in here. So,
Nice. Yeah, this is
hi,
definitely go
Adam.
check out Carnivore Today, Adam's channel. He's got an awesome channel. He's got the new X3 bar system, and he's getting jacked right now.
Ah,
So definitely go check that out. But check out his channel and subscribe. He's got an awesome. He does amazing interviews, really good interviews.
yeah, I've heard about the X3 bar. I think Dr. Chafee's got a few videos on them too. I think he uses that.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think that's my new addiction. It's my little rebounder, and I'm loving it so much. And they're making a big, big difference in my journey right now.
Absolutely. Yes, I did. It took me like a year to get there, but after I lost like 260 pounds and started doing big fasting, then I started ox dumping, and then I got real itchy skin. I did not like the shit-eating grin on Michael's face right now.
I can see what's coming.
No. What did you just do?
You'll see something. End of the show. End of the show.
End of the show.
Oh yeah, and I know Adam had a bunch of ox dumping too and itchy skins, and so did Raymond. Coach
did too.
Raymond. Yep,
Yeah.
that's definitely a thing.
Little red dots, black and blue. I actually had black and blue marks on my belly. And then the scratching. You had the scratching at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
I had very dry skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about peeling. I was about peeling skin off, scratching them.
Yeah. But it will pass. It will pass.
Yeah,
For
it will.
sure.
I made a redneck version of the X3 bar, only $100 instead for $600. That's all right. If it works, you get the results. Good job.
Nice.
Yes, early this evening, Kirby Life, Aaron Kilby was with Kerry.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, good question.
Oh, that's
for Adam. Question for Adam. Will you be doing a video on the X3?
I bet he will, because he's getting jacked on it right now. He said it's legit, so
Do you all do beef or chicken too?
I don't do chicken.
No chicken.
Nope. I've had chicken wings a few times, and I just find within the hour I'm really hungry again. They just don't work for me. Yeah.
Makes me
prefer
sick.
my steak. Yeah. My husband, he loves it. Every second night he's having a couple of, drums, the Marylands. He loves it, but not for me. I'd have my steak. If I can find time today, I may do before photo and after the 12-week program photo. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
There you go.
I'm having ox dumping on my right eyelid. Eye is swelling and tear duct is acting weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got a question.
Did anyone see Dr. Chafee on the cover of Woman's World? Got one at Walmart yesterday.
Yeah, pretty crazy, isn't it?
I've seen pictures of it.
Of course, Dr. Chafee, Mr. Chiseled, would be on a woman's magazine. But that's awesome, though, isn't it?
Probably their bestseller too, I would imagine.
For sure. Absolutely. I'm very picky about my eggs, JB, but I was actually right now I'm doing Lion Diet I just wanted to test it, so I'm doing it for 90 days. I'm about almost 60 days into my 90-day Lion Diet challenge. But the only thing that I do miss is eggs. However, definitely get good eggs. And if you can get chickens or get locally sourced eggs from chicken farmers, that is your best bet. And if you're having a testosterone problem like I was, go ahead and eat 36 of them.
36 a day.
That was working. And
That
so I
was
miss that.
crazy.
I'm definitely going back to that. So how about you guys?
I like raw egg yolks. I might have two raw egg yolks with my steak. I salt them so it kind of gets a bit hard and like a mayonnaise consistency, but not with every meal. Just when I feel like I want them. So I just go by how I feel.
Hmm.
But I do like eggs, and we get them delivered from the farm, so straight from the farm, not the supermarket.
I wish
Yeah,
I can get them from the farm here.
yeah.
I like eggs. I think eggs are awesome.
They are. They are.
I order 20 cartons at a time. So
Wow.
yeah. And they last a fortnight because my husband has like 6 or 9 a day. So yeah, they go quickly. I bought one for my wife, told her she had to read the article too.
Make her do her work for the pictures. For sure. That's fair.
I cannot eat that many eggs in one day. Maybe I'm under eating.
You got to build up to it, but it's only 12 eggs, 3 meals a day. And if you can't do the whites, do like 12 egg yolks,
You were what were you doing? You were doing 12 eggs at a time with steak.
With a pound to a pound and a half of meat. So I was eating 36 eggs and about 3 to 4 pounds of meat a day with it. But I was a growing boy.
Yeah, and you were eating that many because of
Priming.
testosterone, so
Yeah.
as well,
And-
trying to boost your testosterone.
Yeah.
But not a normal day, you wouldn't eat that much, not
No.
that many eggs. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm curious about what a normal day is going to be now. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've been all over the board
Yeah.
because at first carnivore is so satiating that it's so easy to undereat. And the more that I listen to people's stories, the more that I find that 90% of carnivores start by undereating, like it's our natural default. Yeah. And
think you're eating too much.
Right. And then we
Yeah.
learn how to eat, and our body goes, oh, we have all this nutrients available to us. And then you get ravenous. And then you're like, I can't be eating 7,000 calories a day. You think that you're going to get fat, but then you do it, you lose weight, you heal, you have composition changes. Sometimes you even gain a little weight, but you have composition changes. And then you realize, oh, this is a totally different ball game. This isn't what I thought we were doing. We got to heal,
And I used to stress a lot about eating as well because you see a lot of influencers. Like look at Steak and Butter Girl Bella. She eats so much. And if I was to sit down and eat a plate like that, I'd be absolutely sick. There's no way I can get that amount of food in me. So then it plays with your head. Like, am I eating too much or am I eating not enough? Or, it's just listen to your body and just do what you feel. And don't try and compare yourself with other people because we're all different.
We all are.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Question from Keith.
Lately, I've been just eating the cooked egg yolks and not the egg whites. Have any of you experienced that yet? I barely have whites. Yeah.
Yeah. Egg whites are not like, I'm not supposed, I don't miss the egg whites. Even when you cook them, they're just kind of like snotty booger stuff going on. Like it's not, I hate the texture. There's no flavor to it.
Yeah.
If I eat too many whites, I feel a little bit sick to my stomach anyhow, but I can pack in the yolks. Like I would rather eat 45 egg yolks a day than 36 full eggs a day, any day of the week, for sure. Yep.
Well, the Carnivore community buying the magazine with Chafee and sharing them with others. I haven't bought one yet.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can buy them online. Like,
yeah, because that's an American magazine, isn't it? I don't know if we'd have it here.
I don't frequent the Women's World magazine very often. but I suppose it is. Still going to get you one. There you go. I ate 4 eggs, Max. Well, you gotta
Yeah.
pick up your egg game, Susan.
Occasionally, I do have like a scrambled eggs, and I have 6 eggs, and pop them in a pan, and I cook the egg whites, and I stir around the yolks, so I keep them intact, and then right at the end, I pop the egg yolks, and then just give it a quick stir so they're nice and runny, and lots of butter. And I might have that maybe once a fortnight or something, and I enjoy that. It's the only time I'll have egg whites.
Absolutely. Does the
Yeah.
scale show losing more body fat than anything else? Well, at first you're going to lose water weight more than anything else because carbohydrates and inflammation and lactic acid and uric acid all cause you to hold water. So in the first 4 months, you're going to lose some fat, but mostly all water. And then you're going to start losing fat, visceral fat first. And then you're going to start having body composition changes. And that's when you get annoyed. You're like, oh, I'm losing 20. For me, it was like 22 pounds a month used to be my just like standard. And then it was like somebody put the brakes on. And I thought,
Yeah.
"Oh," and then I started priming, and I gained like 24 pounds, but I lost 2 shirt sizes, and my legs got all skinny on me, and I got lean, and I got stronger, and I could move around better, and I could get to the floor, and my mobility and balance all came back. And so composition changes are real. You're gonna just because the scale's not moving a bunch doesn't mean you're not having composition changes. Because if you're eating a high protein diet and a lot of fat, you're gonna build a lot of muscle and collagen, and you're gonna burn fat. And the muscle and collagen takes up a lot. Is a lot denser and heavier than the fat is. What do you think, Lindy?
Yeah, no, I agree, definitely. I've got the scale as well that does all my body things, and I jump on it every day, and it records on my mobile phone. And at one stage, I was plotting every Monday on a spreadsheet. I haven't done that for months. Like it's all the data's in my phone, so I haven't even looked at the figures to see if there's been any changes. So I might actually do that this week and update my spreadsheet, and maybe we can show it next week and see if there's been much difference. I'm interested to see it. I just haven't had time to do it. That's how focused I am on the numbers. Like I just don't care. Whatever the result is, it is. But it's nice to go back and look back later and see what changes there are. Mm.
What do you think, Michael?
I really wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I
No
was
worries.
busy
You're
doing something
making a
else.
meme. I just wanted to. I know you're over here putting some horns on your wings or something. I love soft scrambled eggs, Keith. I don't know if you've ever had soft scrambled eggs,
Yeah,
but yeah,
Soft scramble's
yeah.
good, yeah.
Mine are really soft too. Lots
that's
of butter.
lots of butter. It's cool. I like them particularly if you brown the butter first and then you soft
Mm-hmm.
scramble and brown butter.
I
Gives a good
haven't
flavor.
tried that. Yeah, might have to try.
It's pretty.
Undereating can cause dry, itchy skin too. I have to force myself to eat 1 1/3 pound of hamburger. I get full at a pound. Yeah,
Yep, absolutely. I mean,
undereating causes lots of problems, doesn't it?
bunches of problems. I really kind of,
Yeah,
I really hurt my metabolism. I think, and possibly caused some mitochondrial fatigue in the first 9 months of carnivore because I was under eating and doing OMAD.
yeah.
I do
It,
not like that look. That is a look of trouble. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. He
uh,
something
oh,
tweaked his fancy there for a second.
yeah, superstar Michael, love you. Today I found super fatty ribeyes for 4.99 and 1 1/4 inch think. Wish I could post a pic of them. They are wonderful looking.
That's awesome.
Do you want to show everyone what you ate today? To close your eyes, Michael.
Yes. Let me send it to myself so that I can put it on here. Yeah, that's a good point because then they could see.
He has really cool steaks, unlike our little You wouldn't even call them steaks. They're tiny. The bites.
Let me send. So, I'll do. Let me put some pictures together here real quick. That one, this one, that one, that one.
Yeah, Todd makes the most amazing steak. Oh.
Oh, he's watching now, so you can't
What
see
did
it.
you just do? Yeah, I'm watching you.
You just
Alright.
keep getting the pictures ready over there, bud.
I don't trust you at all. I do not trust you. Send it to me. Sorry, guys, I'm working on it. Michael, I'm sure is
I'm not showing nothing.
making me look really good.
Yeah.
Will I wait? All right. I'm gonna.
Todd, you do it all on your own, man.
I know I do. I know I do. I'm that talented, Michael. All right. 1 second. The pictures are coming. Because I am so sorry.
He torments us every day or most days with pictures of his food.
Yes, but I do it.
Especially when you're on a fast. He likes to do that.
Now that he knows you're on a fast, you're in
I do it
trouble.
mostly out of humor because it's hilarious.
He's gonna figure out a way to send the smell to me.
I could. I would. Sorry, what is taking so long? Sorry, I'm waiting for these pictures to come through to my computer so I can. There we go. Now I'll take them. What? Sorry, it only gave me a couple of attachments. I'm gonna. Apparently, it only sent
Broke it.
4. Let's see. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Come on, load. Sorry. Can't believe this thing's being loaded. This one.
The yolks have the most nutrition, J and B. I'll just keep going through some comments while you're doing that.
Please do.
Yeah. Carnivore, Keith, Big Alaska Carnivore, and Todd both say they help both their testosterone, and the Alaska Carnivore ate 20 a day. Now boost your testosterone.
Yeah,
Definitely a nice healthy way to do it without having injections. Yeah, give that a try. Definitely.
Yeah, because I had injections, and then I found out you get hooked on them. So because if you have testosterone coming in from an outside source, your body stops making it, and then you can be dependent on those shots. And I was like, well, that's not good. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to get hooked on, stuck having to take them. And then I read, and well, Rain was talking to me about it too, but about how 36 eggs a day, that there's weightlifters that there's so much I think it's DHEA, which is the branch chain, whatever hormones that come from testosterone that that really help. And there's a bunch of it in the chicken yolks for making full on little chickens. So dang it, sorry. And so trying to download these. And so anyhow, bodybuilders have been using 36. They say that 36 eggs a day have enough testosterone, DHEA in it that's like an actual steroid cycle for weightlifting, which is pretty crazy. What the heck?
Egg whites are, hi barking squirrel. Egg whites are high in histamine. Egg yolks are very low, hence the yolks are safe for your tummy. Yeah, I hear a lot of people find eggs inflammatory, except for the whites. the yolk. So if you remove the whites, it kind of sits better with you. Nutrition with Judy just did an excellent video on how much you should eat with charts and calculators. What do you think about measuring your food?
I don't.
Yeah, I think it's probably good when you're getting closer to your goals and you're trying to tweak things. If you have a stall then, or you're just trying to break
Yeah.
something, definitely a tool, but not something I would use every day. I think we're all kind of losing and we know how to get the scale moving. But if we do get stuck, it's definitely measuring your food for a period just to tweak might be a good tool to use.
I think that at first, until you know how to listen to your body's cues, that can help you. All right. All right. Gosh. I got so much crap going on on the stupid screen because I don't know how to get. I don't know. This thing was bugging me, but here we go. I got some pictures. All right.
Yay.
Present screen. Their screen. Entire screen. That screen. Here we go. Share. Put it on. So
Yay.
that's one meal. Those are about.
Baby
They're
hippo.
Oh, they're the hippo steaks. Yeah.
yeah. That's about 1.5 pounds per steak. So that's about 3 pounds of steak. They're rather thick. Let me pull up the next picture.
So that is one meal today.
Yeah, that was part of these steaks. If I can, did that work? Yeah, that worked. So that's those steaks. I had a better picture and I was trying to download it, wouldn't let me. But you can see how fatty these ribeyes like are right here. So I
Look
cut
good.
these steaks, yeah. And I bought these because I bought 155 pounds of ribeye from Costco on Super Bowl weekend because they're on sale for a crazy price, cheaper than I've ever seen them here for. Well, they're $11.99 a pound, and then they gave us like another 75 cents off a pound for buying in bulk. So we got them for $11.24 a pound, and that was just the greatest deal ever. So I cut them all up. One of the reasons that I ended up buying those stainless steel tables because 155 pounds of ribeye is a lot of ribeye, and it's a lot of cutting, and it's a lot of vacuum sealing, and you need a lot of room, and you need to be able to clean the table and sterilize it, because you're dealing with meat and stuff, and so that's just what that looks like. But so that's one meal, and it kind of looks like let's see here. I don't know what are these. That's that. I'm trying to get a different picture here. Sorry. Are those not open? Sorry. All right, let's open this one. I don't know. This isn't a great picture, but we'll get it over here. That one's kind of blurry, but that's how I like to cut them really thin. And I don't know how you guys like your steak, but I like to slice mine super thin because and this one was a little overcooked. The other one was better.
What's the
But
seasonings you get on there? Looks
just
good.
organic rosemary and thyme. That's it. And the white chunks are
And salt.
finishing salt. Yep.
That looks so good, man.
Oh, it is. It's the best combination I found. It really has. And I played with, somebody, I think it was, what's that guy's name? He's got grain in his title. Dang it. Against the Grain. Against the Grain. You guys know Against the Grain. He's got a carnivore channel. Very nice guy, but he put up a deal the other day and he goes, I've eaten 300 steaks in a year. And I went, oh, how many steaks have I eaten in a year? And I realized that I've eaten at least
Oh,
like at least 8 to 900, but really in the last 14, 15 months of carnivore, 14 months for sure, I think I've probably eaten 1,200 steaks.
easy.
Yeah, easy because I
Yeah.
pack them down,
Yeah.
and so I've cooked 1,200 steaks and I've cut up 1,200 steaks and I've seasoned 1,200 steaks and I've You know, like, so I've actually got it down to kind of a science. I can pull a steak out of the fridge and I know how long I'm going to cook it by if it comes out of the fridge or if I had it set out to room temperature, how thick it is, you know, like I can just kind of tell now. And I got it down to a pretty good science. And this is my favorite seasoning. And these are the seasonings that don't bother me. Now, if I put black pepper on here, my lungs are going to sound like bagpipes. My nose is going to get all stuffy, and I'm going to be hacking up loogies because I have a serious inflammatory response to black pepper. But organic and the rosemary and the thyme that I use, they're just one ingredient. They're freeze dried and they're organic. So that's all that's in them. There's no filler. There's no nonsense in there. Hey, there she is.
Oh, that's my daughter. Hi, darling. Yeah, we'll have to try this.
We'll send you some home with your mom. But yeah, because I take those steaks and I pat them dry with paper towels. And I mean really hard, like aggressively, till you can push on them with like a good amount of force and no juice comes out of them. Then that's how dry you want them because you need to have the Maillard effect on it, which um makes them hold on makes them this color. So that because this was 13 minutes in the air fryer. So 6.5 minutes on each side. I should have went 12 and a half minutes and it would have been better. But you see how that I mean, if you could hear the knife go across that, it sounds like you're dragging it across the pork rind. Are you putting stuff on the screen when I'm not looking? Is that what's happening?
No, all I can see is a hippo now.
You think I gutted a hippo?
Little legs.
And the head, look at the head. It's just like a hippo.
The head does look like a hippo. Damn it. You're ruining steak class, you two. If you could hear when I cut through that, the little hippo legs and the little
It's screaming. Does it scream?
Screams for mom. It's funny, but that reminds me of my mom's fat chihuahua is what it looks like to me.
We don't need smelling salts to crow.
Like, oh, you two are terrible. But yeah, anyhow, you can kind of see what a good crust that gets on it, and then you just slice it, So I what does this mean? Motion off? Oh, it's a motion
It's a
picture.
video.
I didn't know that. How about that?
It moves.
There's the hippo. It's moving.
It's alive.
It's trying to run away.
Hippo wants out of here.
So Todd's trying to eat me.
Exactly.
Save me.
Todd didn't try. Todd succeeded. That thing is working its way through right now. But yeah, but if you dry them off really good, then you season them with salt, not the finishing salt, but brining salt, rosemary, thyme, and really work it in there, a lot of it. And then I use that Ninja air fryer that I told you about. 6.5 minutes on each side. It should have been more like 6 minutes, 15 seconds on each side, and that one wouldn't have been overcooked because it really does make that kind of difference. But then you pull them out and you let them rest for 7 minutes, and then you slice them super thin like that. And what happens is this dried up roasted seasoning and herbs on the outside. Well, all the juice starts to run out of the steak, and then the herbs kind of solidify, and it's just like it infuses the herbs into with the juice from the steak, and then you just take those little slices, soak up all the juice off the cutting board, and it is amazing. And also you finish it with Celtic finishing salt, whatever your favorite finishing salt is. But I don't think you can, I don't think that you do that, and it's really simple, and I don't think you're going to find a better steak at a steakhouse. I really don't. I haven't found.
I never got a steak that looked like that at a steakhouse.
Like a hippo.
No. It looks not like a hippo, no.
You didn't order the hippo steak.
No. Hey, this is the new thing besides the dino rib and
right. Great. I'm gonna have to start
Chippo.
entertaining people with. I'm gonna have to cookie cutter my steaks into different barnyard animals. Wait till I do a Skippy, as you would call it, Lindy.
Oh, poor Skippy, no.
All right, I don't know where we're at on comments. You're gonna have to show me where we're at.
Yeah. Not sure. Usually it's highlighted. I don't think it's that far back.
No, yeah, because now it's not that far. It's like around here.
Okay. I recently switched to multi-med. Is that like not a 1 med or 2 med? Whenever my tummy rumbles, I feed it. Weight started down again, and ketones finally went. Yeah, I think you found that too, Todd. You were doing OMAD, and now you're doing several meals, smaller meals each day, and the weights started to drop off really quickly.
Yeah, like technically I shouldn't have eaten 2 steaks today in one meal, but I didn't eat that until like 2 or 3 o'clock because I got busy this morning. And so I knew I'm probably not going to eat again today. And so I just was like, all right, I'm going to eat 2 steaks because I knew that was coming. But what's better is if I take those 2 steaks and eat them in 2 meals, and then I might have 2 more steaks and eat them in 2 more meals. And that's all fine and good. But I'm less likely to spike my insulin because you can have, because of gluconeogenesis, you can eat too much protein, spike your insulin. And I think that's what I was doing too while doing OMADs and fasting and trying to get in the proteins, because I'm trying to get in enough protein because I'm a big dude and I got to eat a lot of protein. My body has a demand for a lot of protein, and I'm trying to not lose any muscle as I'm losing weight, which is kind of an argument to fine tune things by measuring your portions, because you kind of need to know, because you could kind of dial it into what's optimal if you weighed your food and tracked your macros and then checked your blood sugar and checked your glucose, that would be a way. But also you could just not be a spaz about it. I tend to be a spaz about things, but you could just calm down and let your body work it out too,
Your body knows what it's doing.
Exactly. But but I got to have my crazy brain involved.
I know.
I'm not happy unless I'm being unhappy about things.
Today I scrambled 6 eggs with 2 crumbled hamburgers, crumbed bacon grease and butter, 6 slices of bacon. I could only eat half of it. OMAD, but feel that was probably not enough food for me to lose weight.
Yeah, I think so. I know literally the reason why I started priming was because I was getting really hungry for meat, and I wasn't listening to it because I was paranoid that I was going to eat too much. And then my weight stalled, and then I lost energy, and I had brain fog. And so finally one day I ate 6 T-bones in a day. And as soon as and then I did that the second day too. So I ended up eating like 18 T-bones in 3 days, and I lost weight. I finally broke through my my stall, and I did it by eating 18 T-bones.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew, okay, I'm causing this problem. And the reason we really do have to go, if our body's screaming for ribeye and not pizza, then it's probably, you could probably trust that reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and over Valentine's Day, I really struggled with eating because I was at the shop helping my daughter, and so I'd only have a small snack kind of meal, so I wasn't eating a lot. And then when I did try to eat, I wouldn't keep it down, and my weight stalled out. And then yesterday, I did the minced ground beef in the slow cooker. I ate almost the whole thing in a day and a half. I ate 3 great big bowls, and then I lost 2 kilos overnight. So my body obviously needed that food. So you sort of think of that the whole week I calorie restricted, not by choice, just by the way life was at the time. And my feet were inflamed and I was feeling really bad. And then I eat this big meal and lose weight, the fluid's gone. It's like my body kind of rewarded me for feeding it finally.
Keith, you're right. My ears start to twitch, and I realize it's time to send you guys food pictures.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah. He knows. He's got a
He
little
does.
radar over there that detects it.
And to get enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Following BBB for 60 days, but fall asleep within 15 minutes of eating. Any suggestions?
Question following BBB for 60 days, but I fall asleep within 50. Oh, you're eating too much. Yeah, you're spiking your insulin. When you fall asleep right after eating, well, sort of, it could be two things. It depends on how much sleep you are getting too, because that could be a problem. If you're not getting enough sleep and your body's wanting to heal, it might need you to sleep. But if you've taken like a week and slept like a good, maybe even 10 hours a night for a couple of days if your body need it, because it might be trying to prompt you to heal something. But if not, you're probably eating something that's spiking your insulin, because that will happen. And you might have to break it up into smaller meals. What do you guys think?
Maybe you could be under eating, don't they say that you could get tired from under eating as well? So we don't know how much you're eating.
Well, that
But
would be tired.
definitely,
That would be tired all day, though, wouldn't it?
Right.
Because not 15 minutes after eating.
I think that's overeating.
yeah.
Overeating or not sleeping enough. Because I'm just saying that because when I first started, I was only sleeping like 3 to 5 hours a night of sleep. And then I started priming. And what do they call that when you sleep in 2 cycles a day? There's a word for that. Coach Raymond always uses. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
you
I've heard it
tries,
before. I can't think of the name.
your body tries to sleep in 12-hour cycles instead of 24. So it wants to sleep twice in a day, so it splits it up. It's like biphasal or something. It's something very similar to that. But I was kind of doing that. But then when I started priming, I realized I was like, something's wrong with me because now I'm more tired. And I'd gotten used to having energy after 5 hours of sleep a night. And then I realized that something had flipped and I was more in sync with my circadian rhythm, and my body wanted to heal. And then one night when I was taking those aminos, I slept for like 12 or 13 hours, and I woke up and everything was thinner. My legs, my lymphedema in my legs looked amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I needed to heal that night, And so I think if she's not sleeping, and I was tired for days and days because I was fighting that. I wasn't letting my body sleep, and I was tired for days and days. And then when it finally did, it healed. So if she's fighting sleep, because if she says she's always tired, that could be because it's trying to put her to sleep to heal. But if she's tired all day too, that could be from undersleeping or from undereating. But if it's 15 minutes after, it's probably either because your body's got a bunch of stuff it wants to heal, or you're overeating and it's spiking or you're eating something that is spiking your insulin. Like some people think like cheese spikes my insulin. I think cheese spikes your insulin too, doesn't it, Lindy?
I don't know. I didn't have any cheese when I had my CGM on. Yeah. I'll try it next time.
It's funny.
But I don't feel optimal. I get a lot of fluid with cheese, so I know it's no
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming by. Have a good night.
Thank you for coming.
Let's see here. I guess we got a question.
Why does eating eggs boost the big T? Magic, or is there a physiological thing going on?
Yeah, it's just the DHEA hormone that's in egg yolks that are to grow chickens. That same thing works as a growth hormones in the human body. That is so it's not necessarily testosterone, but DHEA is a byproduct of testosterone. Like, how they have T3, T4, DHEA, and whatever that are byproducts of testosterone. That's one of them. And there's quite a bit of it in an egg yolk. And so if you eat 36 of them, it happens to be enough that it's the same thing as taking prescription DHEA, but in a more natural form. So it really does work. And you will notice there, and it's funny too, because it's always been like around farms and stuff. It's an old time farms tale that like the old timers uh would eat 36 like pretty late in age. They'd eat 36 eggs a day because they said it kept them a stud, like
Right.
have things working. Pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. I've lost 168 pounds, but I have 80 pounds more to lose. It's been slow. Yeah, and my weight loss has slowed right down as well. So I think it's just as we get closer to our goal weights, it is going to be more stubborn, and we just have to be patient with it. So,
Yep.
yeah, just enjoy the journey, celebrate your successes that you've had so far. I'm sure there's still more successes to come, and eventually we'll get there. But this is
Absolutely.
our life now, it's our lifestyle. So, got plenty of time.
Right. Well, just as long as you have, if you get to the point where you have food freedom and you're feeling good, then who cares? Like it's gonna happen now, just as long as once you get, then this is just my look on it. But now that I don't have to worry about eating, being constantly bombarded with having to, think about eating pizza and whatever junk. And my only real thoughts about food today is, am I eating 2 ribeyes today or 4?
Yeah.
Like, that's about my biggest decision.
Where do you get the organic freeze-dried spices?
Rosaro's is where I get them from, but you can order them online. I mean, you can get them anywhere. Just instead of doing dried ones, just do freeze dried. And um, I'll try maybe when I make these videos, I'll show you the brands that I use. But you can just get freeze dried ones. They'll come in bags. They'll come in big jars. And yeah, I mean, I just look for them to be freeze dried, organic, and just one ingredient. I just want them to say thyme, oregano. I don't want to hear, all these bull crap things
Yeah.
in them. Yeah. All right. Sorry if I missed anybody. Scott's here. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Scott.
Hi,
There we go.
Catherine. It's my family. The other one's cooking. I can hear the pan going at the moment.
Yeah. Yes, sir. A precursor. Exactly. Um, ooh, you got picanha at Costco?
Yeah, we're gonna have to try that in Texas because I have no idea what it is. Everyone
Well,
tells me, but I've forgotten already.
they call it a sirloin cap steak, I think is what it's technically called. It's a sliced sirloin cap steak. And I've had the butcher cut them here, and they are tasty. I do enjoy them, but I've never seen Costco have them. So I'm gonna have to look and see
Okay.
Costco's got them here, because that would be interesting. I'd like to have some picanha.
Yeah, we want to do a trip to Costco one day. So to organize it with the family. Lindy, have you planned your USA travel day fast or take food with you? I'm staying with Todd and he's cooking.
We're cooking, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be hitting
No,
up.
I think she's asking for the trip for the flight.
Oh, sorry. Good point. I'm thinking of fasting. Last time I went on a plane, I was in my 20s. I actually got food poisoning and was really sick for the whole flight. So I'm going to fast for the flight and then have a steak when we get to Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good way to break it. Yep.
yeah. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to be
fast.
so nervous anyway. I
Yeah.
probably won't want to eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna fast too, because you obviously you have a much longer flight than I do, but I don't. I already get kind of air sick in the planes. I remember
Yeah.
once my plane, that one that I about the plane story. I we circled Chicago International Airport like 7 times, and if they would have made it 8, I was puking everywhere. I was so glad we touched down when we did, because
Yeah.
they would ascend and
So you were flying right over me.
I would have probably puked on you if I would have known. If I would have known, we circled 7 times, like they're waiting for the runway to clear, and they'd have to go up and then they'd go down. So we'd ascend, we'd descend, and like the first time I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird." The second time I was like,
It's like
"Oh, I
being a
hope we
roller
land."
coaster.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then about the third time I was like, "Okay, this is going to be pretty here pretty soon." And so yeah, after that experience, I was like, "I'm never eating on a plane or drinking anything again. I'm just flying and getting the heck off those things."
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that I took my my frustrations out on the Cinnabon earlier. I
That'll
was
do it.
Yeah.
I was loaded full of Cinnabon, ready. I was locked and loaded for that experience. It's a sirloin cap steak, from what I understand. That's what my butcher swears it is. It's a Brazilian cut of meat. If you watch Guga Foods or Sous Vide Everything, they talk all about picanha and where it comes from and what the cut is. And from what I understand, it is a sirloin cut, sirloin cap cut. Oh, there's
Oh,
Perth.
hi. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. Almost neighbours. She's way on the other side near Dr. Chafee.
Yeah, it's where we're going to
So
be in 2025, right? For the low carb
we hope
summit or
to
whatever.
be. Yeah, low carb summit. I don't know when, but yeah, 2025. I don't think the
There you
date's
go.
been announced yet.
Oh, May is
Yes.
coming.
Yeah, she's coming to Texas. It's going to be good. Yeah.
Maya's coming. Sorry, I keep saying. Dang it! It's just the opposite. Okay,
That's why Michael's shaking his head because we always get it wrong.
right. We do, and I try to remember.
Yeah, we've got a few Aussies in the chat, so
Ozzy's taking over.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do have an Aussie Connection live stream tomorrow, Melbourne time, 7 p.m. So you can catch us, me, DC, and Dave Mack from Low Carb Life. And I think we've got Lisa Wanders. She's this beautiful little lady who travels around Australia in a little pink caravan, and she's so cute. And she's going to be joining us, I think, tomorrow night.
There you go.
Sorry, we keep getting your name wrong.
Not me.
Yeah, well, you need to say something.
I experienced that on a plane flying to Regan in DC. We were in a holding pattern. It felt like endless left turns up and down on a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's funny once
Yeah.
or twice, but after about 3 times, it ain't funny no more. It's like, all right, well,
You just want
I'm
to get
gonna-
off. Yep.
yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna make a very big mess on this plane. Like, I'm gonna hit people 7 rows in front of me if you don't knock this shit off. Like, get us on the ground. It was terrible.
Yeah. Can't say I'm not nervous about the plane ride. But I've got my daughter with me. We'll hold hands the whole time.
That was funny. Well, we made it 3 hours. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I think
Over.
Michael's got a
Overtime.
Michael's
Over.
got
Overtime.
got a surprise for us, I believe.
just for you, Michael. I'm gonna. Oh, nice. That is flattering. That is a flattering look. All right. Well. Oh no, you did the whole
There's the
thing.
replay. Oh, look at the face already.
That bag was so bad. It smelled like I just walked into a horse stall.
Oh.
That was bad. It's bringing back flashbacks already. I feel like I'm in Nam again.
Never saw you move so fast.
He's going back for seconds.
You should. I wish you could have heard that bottle open. It was going psh, like a can of Coke with ammonia air. Yeah.
And if anybody missed the before, it was Todd smelling salts.
It now looks like I farted on camera for anybody that
You
doesn't know
did.
the backstory.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
have
you.
to.
Thank you for that.
Hey, payback. Payback's a bitch, they say.
I'm sending you all food pictures this week.
Block.
It gave me PTSD instead of energy. That is a fact. Yeah, Michael. You got fans, Michael.
We have to go back and listen to the sound effects. It was quite funny.
Fans
It was
of your
just
work.
you and me laughing.
Oh, man, if you could have heard that bottle, though, it's so crazy that the bottle was under so much pressure. Oh, that was rank.
And then you went and sniffed it. So it's, and then it was in your head then.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
And
pretty
it's
neat.
even says in the bottle to sniff it 12 inches away from your nose, and you
I
got
did
it right
that
next
12
to it.
inch. Did I do it next time?
Well, it was no
Nice.
12 inches.
Stuck it right up your nose after sniffing the bag as well. So you went for double helpings.
All right. Well, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Definitely shouldn't have done that.
Thank you.
Yes. Good luck, Michael.
Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage.
Yeah.
Saboteur.
Uh, uh, yeah, exactly. Oh boy, man, well, it was fun though. We had I thought this was a fun talk today. So
Good
we'll
Yes.
luck,
see.
Dad. Yeah. Had a good laugh. Nice. Oh, my ribs hurt now.
It is. I had to go
Yeah.
bury this bottle in the backyard, so make it stop smelling like a horse barn in here. Because that thinks that she's gonna go pee in the kitchen when I get done here because she's gonna think it's okay to pee in the house now. It's like, well, we're just turning this place into a bathroom, I guess.
Yeah, if Dad can do it, so can I.
Yep, for sure. Thanks so much. Have a good night, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate you watching.
Right.
Yeah.
Night.
Good night.
We will
Yeah.
see you next Sunday, if not sooner. I don't know for what for. Maybe a cooking live. Maybe no, that'd be boring. You'd steak cook. Preheat. No, those are just gonna be
Sounds good. Well, thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you next week.
See you next
Night,
week.
guys.
Night.
Night.